everybody, I got a tip. If you want me here, take a trip. It make you holler, it make you shout. Come along with me, we're tripping now. Girls and listen, boys, these little things, they ain't no toys. They are for real, know what I mean. They make you holler, they make you shout. Come on, baby, we'll trip on out.
Get your shit together, Bill. Fake it one more fucking time. Oh shit, they can hear me. Maybe. I don't know. Can you all hear me or not? I have missed the hell out of some of you fuckers. I'm lying. I missed a few of you, but for the most part, not really. What's going on, Jamie? First in line. Hey, good to see you back around. And what's up, Section 15? I've watched very little of the shallow end of YouTube lately, but I did pop in on Section 15. It was good to see that he's trying it out. You can throw up your link if you want to, Mr. 15. Mr. Colfax, someone we all know received a free gun plopped on porch today. Well, it was probably used in a crime. I used to do that shit, man. If I was going to use a gun in a crime, like they know to check the rivers and where to throw it and shit. If I didn't have time to like melt it down, I would have a box all ready to go with somebody I didn't like's address on it, and then I just wipe my prints off and mail it to their house and let them deal with it. Oh yeah, trick of the trade, my friends, trick of the trade. What's going on, Mr. Meth Claus, or Mrs. Meth Claus, as it may be? I don't know. What's up, Jason, Dr. Mortician? How you doing? FCC. I heard some bad shit about you, man. Don't know if it's true or not. But I've heard bad shit about everybody, and I don't know if it's true or not. Don't really care. I'm going to present it as fact and let you sort it out. I'm going to be like Telly and a few others and just make baseless accusations and try to make you disprove them. Oh, shit. Somebody's taking that chance already. Oh, fuck. All right, ladies, cover your eyes. I don't know who this is. It might be a helicopter. I don't know. Lord Countoff. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. It's going to be the first time I had to delete a stream.
Yo, what's up?
Oh, it's JJ. What's going on, man?
Nothing much. I'm just looking forward to my colonoscopy tomorrow with the gay doctor.
Oh, nice. Make sure he's got both of his hands on your shoulders, because sometimes they try to trick you. Sometimes they're like, yeah, we're going to get you up the butt. And then you find out it was just a fucking tube and a camera. So they do try to rip you off sometimes. So just make sure he's got both his hands on your shoulders.
I know, I know it'll be real awkward because I'm a straight fella and this guy's gay as hell.
Well, he probably knows how to do it right then.
Yeah, he probably knows how to stick his fingers up my ass, too.
Yeah, I figured out a long time ago how to get those doctors to stop playing with my nuts. The last one that did it to me, I just ran my fingers through his hair. He stopped real quick. Hasn't done it since.
Hey, what's up, buddy?
What's going on, Matt C?
Hey, what's up, Billiam? Hey, JJ.
Yes.
I heard about the colonoscopy. You okay? You got a lot of anxiety?
No, I just got anxiety over the gay doctor.
Just hope you don't have, like, alien probe fingers.
Yeah.
Oh, one second, guys. I'm being rude to my other guest. I got to finish saying some hellos. What's going on, Mr. Bill Evans? Melinda. going on, Chrissy? Man, I keep saying it wrong. You confuse me a lot. Hey, Kodiak, what's going on? What's up, JFK? Hey, Cat Eyes, what's up?
Other than that,
Oh,
JFK,
man.
other than the colonoscopy, what's been going on, man? I've not talked to you in a while.
You know, I've been getting I've been getting hit on by the trannies in Florida. Yeah,
That's not good.
nah.
Well, that's the cheapest way to get a colonoscopy. You can get it done for $50.
You're right about that one.
Hmm.
And then I was told, after the colonoscopy, they're gonna just double check and do an enema, or they gotta stick their fingers up my ass. It sounds so gay.
Hey, JJ, I got a question for you, buddy.
Yeah.
What do you feel about somebody who is about, I don't know, 50 years old, bringing their mom up on a panel like this?
Up
Who
on
brought
a
their mom
what?
up on a panel?
So this is called a panel, JJ. So what would you feel about if a 50-year-old man or a 40-year-old man brought his mom up on something like this? Like, you're my friend, right? And I bring you up
Right.
because you're a friend. But just imagine if I brought my mom up here. What would you feel about that?
I would be like, you want a diaper and a pacifier?
If it
Because
was your
little
mom, I'd ask
kids,
what the fuck happened to you. Who
I'd be
brought their
like,
mom up on panel?
yeah,
Jeff.
Oh,
I,
man, I was gonna say that, but yeah.
uh, I was gonna say, little kids have their parents follow them everywhere. They're like, "Oh, mommy, daddy, I need your help. I'm going on a panel." Oh, screw off with that crap.
And he was mad that people were being mean to me. He kept saying, "It's my mom, guys." Like Jeff's mom's a big deal.
Oh shit.
So was she like supposedly supposed to back up his bullshit or something, or like what? Like
Yeah, she was supposed to
I
answer a bunch of questions.
yeah, he probably. Man, my parents know that I have a channel, but they don't watch it, and I would be horrified to find out that they did.
And everyone was telling him not to. Like, even I was up there. We're like, "Jeff, don't do it, don't do it." He was even gonna bring his ex-wife on there, but he
Oh
brought his
shit.
mom on there. Dude, JJ, you missed so much.
I went live with my son's mom on Instagram one time because we were taking a trip together. Not really a trip. We were just going to the same place, and she gave me a ride. But we're really cool, though. I wasn't worried about her, like, saying anything bad.
Hello.
Hey, what's up, Kodiak? How you doing?
No, I'm just saying hello.
Right on.
Mhm.
Boy, the
Just
boys
me
here don't know
being
how to act when a lady shows up. That's why they went quiet all of a
so
sudden.
just tell him to go fuck himself.
I just want to know, Kodiak. You
Yeah.
got enough courage to come up here as an adult, right? And don't need your mother like Jeff did, right?
Well, I would like to think that because I'm 38 years of age, but yeah, go ahead.
Okay,
Well,
good. Well, you're awesome then. I applaud you for being an adult up here. Unlike some people living in their mother's basements or, hey, bringing their mother up because they don't know how to grow some
well,
balls and take an answer.
can I say one thing? I don't know
Yeah.
what's going on. FCC, I just said, yeah, hello. I don't know what's going on, so I just come up to say hello.
I'm out of the loop as to any current events also, so
Here,
join the
hold
club.
on a minute.
Yeah, me too.
Kodiak said,
Whoa. Bill,
Well,
Bill, who the
no.
fuck's Alan?
Who?
Bill, who is Alan saying Kodiak always joins the panel and says she doesn't know what is going on? Kind of connection jobs? Yeah, who's that twat bag? Go for it. Cunt.
There's much speculation as to who Alan is. I can't say that I can confirm who it is or isn't. So I'm gonna have to tell
Yeah,
you I
so
don't
he's a
really
twat
know.
bag. Yeah, he can go fuck himself then.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's
hello
pretty
everybody. Sorry. I
Why
didn't
is
mean to
Joe
go through
throwing
it.
shade?
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time hearing you, hon.
I can hear you.
Yeah, these guys probably don't know who Kodiak is. Kodiak is an OG with an extra O on the end.
Oh, so that's an
She's been around for a long time, but she disappears and comes back, and I'm pretty sure she's a spy for the CIA, but I can't confirm that either.
No,
Right,
from her accent, that's IRA
well,
right
there's
there.
Tara.
That's
Yeah,
IRA.
I'm gonna be honest, I miss so many people. I'm seeing comments and I miss them all. Even Tommy Boy.
So I'm having a hard time hearing you, dear. I mean, I can hear you. Your volume's fine. I just
Don't
can't.
mess with her.
Yeah, I wouldn't, dude.
Can't
I
She's got
wouldn't
a.
mess. Nah, I don't mess with the IRA, so I'll leave her alone.
Oi!
Hey,
Don't even fucking associate me with them. Do not associate me with them. Wrong fucking no, don't even do that, cunt. Wrong association.
All I know
Yeah.
is in
well, that's
November.
with your accent.
Yeah.
With
Well, here.
people say,
Well, I'm gonna make you sound really stupid. You've just made yourself really fucking stupid. Nothing to do with the fucking IRA. I'm Northern Irish, not fucking Irish. So do not ever associate me with the IRA.
She's North Irish. You gotta put that in there, or you'll get your head chopped off.
Well, dude,
"Oh my
I'm of
goodness."
Scottish descent, so we're
Yeah,
sophisticated. We
go fuck
throw
yourself.
cable poles in the air.
No, go fuck yourself.
Oh
Hey,
shit!
don't make jokes, JJ. People get offended.
Hey,
Well,
it's
you look. It's like
America.
this.
Freedom
Kodiak.
of. This is
It's like
America.
this, man.
Freedom
Look,
of speech.
Fuck
you,
America! All the
you have the
American ones that
freedom.
know me know this whole true thing exactly about me, so don't ever throw that at me. So go fuck
Look, man.
yourself.
It's like this. Kodiak grew up having to check
I grew up in
cars
the fucking
for
trouble, so
bombs every
yeah.
time she went outside. So, and she's
Heard.
had some people,
I
meet
heard
some
about that.
gruesome ends.
I heard
You
about that.
what?
Yeah.
Kodiak grew up having to look under, like, everybody had to check their cars for car bombs before they started them up.
So
Yeah,
you're
Matt.
allowed to make
See,
that joke, but I'm not allowed to make an IRA joke.
no, Matt. That was actually a real time in history in Ireland.
Wow.
They were going
Wow.
through a big civil
Yeah.
war back
And
in the
guess what, you
1900s.
idiots? I grew through it, so shut the fuck up.
I'm Scottish, so I could throw cable
No,
poles
you're not
at
fucking
anybody.
Scottish. There's no Scottish in you. So don't fucking claim you're Scottish because there's no Scottish in you.
I was born in Galbraith, woman.
I don't give
So
a fuck
suck
where
my
you're
dick.
you're American. And yes, my fella's American. He would turn out and say the same thing. Do not
Oh
claim
my
that you're
God.
fucking Scottish.
Well, this went left faster than I thought it was going to.
You just don't make jokes and then it won't go left. Don't make IRA jokes and it won't go left.
Can we just talk about how unfair it is that some people in this community get free guns and the rest of us don't?
Thank you. Shit. I mean, if you're an illegal immigrant in America,
Wow.
you get free shit, but Americans get nothing. Except
Exactly.
high
It's the
prices.
same as the UK.
Oh yeah,
It's worse
fucking
in
ridiculous.
the UK.
What a twat.
No,
Sorry,
I'm,
Bill,
no,
but he's
I'm
a
not
twat.
being mean. I'm just saying, like, I know people in there and they tell me, like, how much the government gives people. So I'm not making that as an offensive thing. I'm just saying that it's probably worse over there than it is in America in terms of how much they give out to people that don't really deserve it.
Sorry.
Yes,
That's
Bill
just an
Levin, you did
opinion,
in
though.
Sorry,
fact
Morgan.
hear
That's just
guns.
an opinion.
There are an awful lot of people around in the United States that get handouts just because they're fucking lazy and they know how to work the system. And then there are people who are legitimately disabled and they get denied for everything. So
I agree. That's a good opinion that you have.
yeah, I don't have
Yes,
much
you
use
see.
for. I mean, if you
You're
need it, if you're
lucky I
legit,
have
that's one
everything.
thing. But if you're just using the system because you're too fucking lazy to work, I don't have any respect for people like that.
I
I
don't
agree.
either. I mean, if anything, we need to stop giving it to system players and actually take care of the freaking veterans that gave their lives for this country or almost died for this country. We should be giving more handouts than anything to the veterans
Hey, at
instead of
least
putting
over in
them under a
America they give
bridge.
handouts. Over in the UK they don't. They don't have a VA over in the UK. That's what
Do
I'm
you know
trying to tell
something?
you.
That's the UK
I
though. We're
actually
talking
agree.
about.
Hold on. I actually agree. Yes, there's a lot of Americans that get screwed over that are homeless. Yes, I
Yeah.
agree with you completely. I do agree with you completely. So don't throw that at me because it's nothing to do with me. Because I do agree with you. Every time I'm in the United States, what's the 1 2 things I do? I go over maybe 2 3 times a year whenever I'm visiting my fella, and guess what I do? I give money to homeless. I also give them food. So yes, don't bring that at me.
We appreciate that.
It's screwed in the UK and it's screwed in the US on both sides.
Well, I give the homeless free dick pics, all they want.
No,
Well, dang,
well,
it's screwed in the US and the UK. Imagine what a third world country's like.
Oh, shit. Oh, you want to know what a third world country is like right now? All of Haiti is
it's
sending their
America.
Haiti is sending their
Hate the
mission.
UK. That's what. Okay,
Yeah,
sorry. Go ahead.
Haiti is sending all their religious missionaries and charity workers back to their homeland, either the US or Europe or any other developed country, because right now a third world nation of Haiti with nothing is going up in flames fighting each other again over stupid stuff, and it's putting their aid in jeopardy, and now they've had to suspend flights
You know
for
what?
giving
Fuck
aid.
their aid. We sent all this money to other five. Man, I really don't want to talk about politics on this channel, but
Yeah, I know.
fuck it, I'm going to. We
Well,
send so much money to other countries to take care of them when we've got, like you said, homeless veterans here.
Yeah,
Once we get every single fucking person taken care of here, then we could reach out and help other people. But until then, they can fuck off with all their foreign aid.
I know. And number two, I think we should take care of our own people first. And before we give money to other
I
countries,
agree.
we should pay our fucking debt off. We're $31 trillion in debt. However, we're the only country that has no way of saying we're bankrupt because we're too good for it. But yet, all of Europe at one point has announced bankruptcy. That's why you have the euro with so many of the European countries with the same currency. That's why you have Britain and Scotland and Ireland using the pound over there. You got, like,
Whoa,
it's
whoa, 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 whoa,
crazy.
whoa, whoa, whoa. Hang on. You've just actually hang on. The only place that uses the pound is Northern Ireland and the UK. Ireland doesn't.
Oh,
Ireland
you know
uses
what? I'm
euro.
gonna make one final statement, and we're gonna get off this subject because I don't want to fucking hear
No,
it.
you're not.
Look, we need to stop giving money to stupid people, whether domestic or foreign.
Yeah.
You got
Thank
these
you.
idiots. They live
Here,
out in the
Bill.
middle
Oh
of a
God.
fucking. God damn it! Can I have a minute, please?
Bill, will you
These
like
these
Tommy up?
people. Oh my God! Nobody's trying to get up right now.
I know, but like Tommy up. I want to say hello to him.
Nobody. He can come up. Nobody's trying to get up right now. But we just need
Go
to
on,
stop
Tommy.
giving. Oh God damn it! Will you give me a minute, lady?
You fucking shout at me. You know I'll tell you off. Don't you dare shout at me.
We need to just stop giving money to stupid people. These dumb motherfuckers on TV with
Yes.
Sally Struthers being like, "Oh, send us money, send us money. We live in the middle of a desert." Like, yeah, you just move to where the fucking food is. You live in the goddamn desert. It's sand. It's always been sand. It's
Oh
always
my
gonna
god.
be sand. You dumb fucks. We gotta send you some fucking luggage and
Bill,
move
put a
you.
fucking nappy on and
Bro,
shut the
you're
fuck up.
gonna scare
All
your
right.
cat, Bill. Chill.
Thank you, Sam Kinison. I borrowed that
All
from Sam
those
Kinison, by
cats
the way.
just ran off, Bill. Damn you.
But sorry. But come
Oh,
off it.
I shouldn't have done that last bump.
That
Let's
was good,
let's
damn it.
never talk about politics
What?
and Bill's panel again, okay?
That's a good
Sure.
idea.
That's a
So,
great idea, bro, because hopefully you don't have neighbors.
That was fucking legit
3
and
kittens.
true. That
That
was
beat Locke.
hysterical.
That beat Locke.
You know
Go.
what? I gotta get ready to go see the gay doctor. And my nurse, well, he was a she and she's a he. So I gotta
Oh,
go deal with the
Bill,
trans.
Bill.
Yeah, I gotta get ready for my
You're not
colonoscopy.
Bill. Shut up.
Anybody
That's alright.
got
All
You
right,
do,
man.
questions?
dude.
Hey,
Who you
hey.
doing?
Here's some advice. Bring your own lube, and when you walk in, just have a big old proud smile and slam that shit down on the table.
Tommy, you coming up?
I don't know.
Go.
Nobody's. He can come. Tommy can come up. Tommy Boy can come up if he wants to. I don't care.
I
That's
want to buy
fine.
fucking. I
But
hope you're not a big
nobody's trying
dickhead,
to.
Tommy. No, I want to buy some.
Hey, JJ, everyone in chat wants you to stay. You should stay for 5 more minutes, JJ. Everyone
There's
wants you
one
to stay.
person in this chat I guarantee is going to come up. Come off it, though. You need this yourself.
Yeah, I'm a little feisty. I've been in a bad mood for the last week, so.
Well,
I've
can I
been,
do
in-
a bad
I've been.
night?
Oh, that's another thing. I owe some people some apologies. I completely ignored the phone number that everybody has and that has my Instagram stuff on it. I completely ignored it for a few days, and
Man.
I wasn't ignoring anybody individually. I just didn't want to fucking associate with anybody. It's not personal.
Hey?
It's quiet.
Hey, JJ.
Yeah.
Just making sure you're still there.
Yeah, I'm just reading out all these weird comments.
Yeah, they're weird, dude.
I'm not freed from JJ.
They're all weird, bro. That's what I'm saying. If you just you staying
Tommy
on this
boy.
panel is
Come on.
gonna make a couple people like seriously mad. Like, that's how weak some of these people are.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I'm talking. Hi, Tommy, up a minute.
No, well, actually, Cat Eyes says no. JJ, go get ready to get your prep up your ass.
I don't care about that. I love that ice bits. But I mean, get Tommy. No, seriously, get Tommy away.
They're so
Where's
interested
Cat
in your
Eyes?
colonoscopy, JJ. Like, they're actually invested in it.
Well,
They're
Hey,
actually
look,
wishing you to do things.
well, the sneak peek preview video will be over on the next panel, and y'all can enjoy the show if you want.
hey, I got an idea, man. What time's your colonoscopy? Because if you want, I'll set up a panel and I'll have you up here, and
I'm
just
lost.
we can watch the expressions on your face.
Hey, I'll be saying, fuck me, Teddy, and do it hard, buddy.
There you
That's
go.
a female.
That's the spirit.
That's a female.
With that, I gotta get going, okay, y'all? I'll see you
All right,
next time.
all right. Stay naked.
I'm so fucking lost.
I mean, I guess that's one advantage of him being Scottish. They wear dresses, right?
That's
So
not
like
You're
all he's
saying
got to do
Scottish.
is
Well,
all he's
don't
got to
fuck me
do is
off and say
walk
I'm
in there and
Scottish.
like hike his skirt up, and they can go at it.
Well,
What?
you knew yourself. I even know it's not fucking Scottish, so don't fucking pull that one.
He probably just means he's of Scottish descent. We have a lot
Yeah,
of
do
that
you know
over here.
what? That's like me turning. Do you know what? That's like me turning out and saying yes, Canadian. You're Canadian, so yes. So don't throw that at me.
I don't know. I had a DNA test done that said I was an asshole, so I looked at that.
No, seriously.
Yeah, I won't. I will not do that 23andMe shit or whatever that home DNA test stuff is. I won't do it, and I've encouraged my family to not do it because I don't want that to be used. They have caught like some serial killers because of that shit. Because their cousin submitted a test, and they're like, "Oh shit, that's a serial killer's cousin."
What's that got to do with the fucking price of
that
bacon?
that dude in California that was a cop. That's how they caught him 40 years later.
There you go. So,
What? What? God damn it!
where is everybody? Don't you fucking
Huh?
walk down with me. Where is everybody? Who's that song sent? Is that the original fucking douche? I don't mean nothing that way, if it is. Sorry.
I have no idea what you just said.
I
Oh, but
guarantee the whole
it
chocolate.
it is nice to see all of these naughty assistants running around. I hear that they're going to unionize against us, and I would just like to say that I can't speak for any of the other channel owners, but I just gave my naughty assistant double what I've been
Oh,
giving them, and that's basically
but
just
you
because
have
they look really good in fishnet stockings.
all I can say is you have one mod right now, and if she starts slobbering about me, yeah, she can go for it, because I'm gonna fucking come down to her like a ton of bricks. And
We
she
can't
knows exactly
understand
the
you,
fuck
Kodiak. I'm
I'm on
sorry.
about. What?
I said we can't. Nobody can understand the damn thing you're saying anyway. You gotta just like not yell
You
into
know
your mic.
exactly what I said. I said you have one mod who is a fucking two-faced cunt. And she's there and she knows exactly who she is. So yes, you heard me. I've spoke to you for the past couple of years, so yes, don't pull that shit with me.
I'm not pulling shit, Kodiak. I can't fucking understand you sometimes.
Also, is Tommy gonna go live in your chat?
I don't know. None of this was planned. I didn't know I was going live until pretty much until I set it up.
Yeah, so fast, Tommy. Yes, Saxon! Saxon, I will let you know who she is.
I mean, even when we're talking on the phone, how many times do I have to ask you to repeat yourself?
Not too many times. Because you normally know what I'm on about.
Sam's nutty assistant gets paid with money and vegetables. Hey, you know what? Every job has its perks, right? My naughty assistant gets dick pics just for asking. Sometimes doesn't even have to ask.
Colfax is a talk for 100 miles. Colfax ain't got a clue.
And
Bill,
I would talk 500 more.
Bill,
What? God damn it.
look at your mods.
Hmm?
Look at your mods.
What about my mods?
Hi, Sabby. You have one.
Have one what?
She's a two-faced cunt. Sorry. She's been a fucking two-faced... I've been quiet for the past year and a half. She's a two-faced cunt.
Well, you know
Who's
what?
Bill's naughty assistant?
It's my naughty assistant.
Some weirdo.
That information is confidential.
Ronnie, just Ronnie, go fuck yourself. Yeah, that's your fucking sneaky mod. She's the fucking cunt who's been a sneaky bastard all this time. So there you go. You have that thing as a mod. So there you go.
You know what?
On mod.
I
Bill,
never thought I would
on
say
mod
this,
me?
but thank God FCC is here. Like,
Right, well,
I
on
never
mod me
thought
if
I'd
you're
say this, but
Bill,
FCC
on
is a
mod
breath
me
of
if you're
fresh air
keeping
right now.
Ronnie.
What?
If you're keeping Ronnie, just Ronnie as a mod, then there you go. Because Dawn's one of the cunts that was slobbering for the past fucking while.
What
So there
are
you
you
go.
talking about? I think you have Ronnie mixed up with somebody else.
Bill, one of the 2 or 3 things I spoke to you over the phone, that thing's been involved with, so you work away.
I don't know what the
Why
fuck
do
you're
you
talking
think,
about.
Bill, why do you think that thing's going on? Saying LOL, OTF. He is what? Yeah.
I think you have people mixed up, Kodiak. That's not who you think it is.
Bill, do you really want to bet?
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'll make
MTF,
a
you're
fucking...
always so mad. Why don't you
Hey,
rage
Edward.
She should rage quit another panel.
Hey.
MTF.
I don't think she has a beef with Ronnie Edward. I think she thinks that that's somebody else. That's not who you think it is, Kodiak.
Who the fuck's MTF?
What are we drinking tonight?
Yo, NTF, you hang out with Edward. You have no room to talk.
Oh, who the fuck's that talking?
That's Matt C.
Well, there you go. Nothing to do with me. I know, Ronnie, it's not the first time you've seen me. I know exactly who she is. But this is going back. Fuck.
No, you do not know who that is,
Edward,
Kodiak.
NTF, why don't you rage
Edward
quit the
knows.
chat, NTF?
I fire back. Yeah, you've got a top bag by the signs of it.
This Ronnie doesn't get involved in shit. She's not who you think. That's not who you think it is.
No, I know. Trust me, I have stuff on that. Don't worry.
Well, then send it to me, please.
Oh, well.
Because I'm pretty sure you got the wrong person.
I bet you don't. No, don't get me wrong. She's been nice to me always on chat.
She said
she always has been.
Yeah, she's in a lot of chats, but she doesn't start shit. She doesn't get involved in things. You know what I mean?
Hey, this is the best that Bill can put up, Lord.
Yeah, I'm about to fucking clear this panel.
This is the best that he can do. This is the panel of the year for Bill.
Bill, get rid of the hillbilly.
Yeah, he's gone. Kodiak, just fucking knock it off, please. FCC, tell me you're there. Oh, shit. Thanks, buddy. He bailed. I didn't kick him. I don't blame him. I'm about to bail, too, because this shit sucks.
Bill, you know I wouldn't say that if it wasn't true.
I believe that you believe it. I just think that you're mistaken.
Oh, is that better? Can you hear me? Yeah, now you can hear me.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. We can hear you. Cool.
Oh,
Yeah, I was muted. Hey,
right,
Kodiak, how you doing?
Hi, sweet.
Been a minute.
You know, just
Where did Matt go? Oh,
Away,
he's gone. He
far,
away.
far
Good.
away.
All right.
listen.
Good.
I could be wrong to a certain point, but that one name was very fucking popular the past. If you think back, 8 months ago, because that's roughly whenever I was active.
I don't know. I don't think I've never seen Ronnie do anything.
She's thinking of the wrong person, is what it is.
It's a different person. Yeah.
Okay, if I'm sorry, Ronnie, if you are the wrong person, I am so sorry. Ronnie, I am sorry. But Bill, who is the other person then with that name?
Yeah. I mean, you got it. There's a Becky, and there's another
Was
Becky.
no.
There's an FCC. There's fake
It's not really a
FCCs.
Becky. No. It was a Ronnie one,
Okay.
and it was about 8 months ago.
All right. Everything's good now.
I sent Edward in the chat. Edward would probably know this too. And I don't give a fuck if anybody says, yeah, I didn't support Edward. I don't know what's going on with Edward. I did see Edward say hello to me. So, yeah, I said hello to him.
Edward's fine.
All I know is Edward would also know this because Edwards know me from the dot as well.
Yeah.
But I'm going back a good while ago. And there was someone around that name with the RONI. So if it isn't her, I am so sorry, or him, I am so sorry.
Hey, Red Rooster has the most intelligent comment of the night.
Kodiak.
Huh?
I said I'll fight you for a $5.
I'm not Irish, dickhead.
My money's on Kodiak.
Same here.
It's funny. Yeah. It's funny how much better. It's funny how much better I can understand Kodiak nowadays because I interact with a lot more people on the other side of the pond. You know.
Right.
Bill's
it took me about a year and a half before I could understand her at all.
Bill, get Ronnie, or Ronnie, whatever you want to call her, him or her up. And yes, I'll publicly apologize.
Kodiak, I know who you're talking about. That's an old. I haven't seen that account for a really long time.
Tommy boy, have you had your legs looked at yet by a doctor?
Bro.
So many kneecap you?
I showed you my legs.
It's got heavy liquid. You're retaining a lot of liquid in there, bud.
Yeah.
Listen to me, on the kneecap. It's like a fucking tooth.
You got to cut down on the salt, bud. Do they even have salt in Europe?
No, we don't have. We also don't have high fructose corn syrup. You fucking cuck. What your country was built on.
Who the fuck else? Hold on, who the fuck else is talking?
Kodiak, please.
Wow.
Go fix your mic and come back, please. Okay.
No, because it's fixed. And you know what?
It's not. Oh God, I'm sorry, Kodiak. I love you, but I just I can't with it tonight.
Yeah, I was getting David Cox vibes there for a second.
No, Matt C, you're not coming back. I've been irritated to my max already tonight. I don't have any room left for it, so I'm going to have these two gentlemen up here to make me feel better. And I'm saying that about fucking FCC and Tommy Boy.
We're going to push you over the edge.
Did you boot Kodiak? I almost just said yes to Gusto's comment because I have started playing basketball at the Rijksmuseum. But it turns out he was talking about banging. No, that wasn't me. I wasn't banging, but I was playing basketball at the Rijksmuseum.
Interesting.
God, that Clown Force is something else. He's a funny guy.
Why? What's he up to now? Oh, I see. He's in the chat. Okay.
He's yeah, he's on a bender. He's on a
Is that, are you going to consider that a dox, Tommy boy?
Dude, they're just doing it everywhere. PHI did it on her panel just the other day. It's pretty much, I just look
Well,
past it at this point. She
well,
essentially said it was me, my account YouTube name, and that she is looking for my last name and is gonna dox the living fuck out of me, and it's gonna go way past cyberbullying. I'm not really sure what that means.
wow,
well,
that's
just
lovely.
use the force.
Yeah. Wow, they're such lovely people, right? Such lovely people.
I'm telling you, it's
Why?
fucking unbelievable. This place is unfucking believable. You know why too?
Why?
Because I played a video of somebody go check if that's the fake clown, just so Laura can cope less.
Oh God.
Because I played a video that was linked on her page up to a week ago. And the video shows that because I knew she was going to fucking spurg about that. And so I recorded myself at my page with my current videos up, then going to her page, scrolling down through her community post, and clicking the link on her own page.
Yeah.
Yeah, she doesn't like it when you speak the truth about her if it doesn't fit whatever her current narrative is. Believe me, I know.
That was the real clown. So you got banned. Thank you for that.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
If that was a real clown, he can stay banned anyway. Fuck him.
Yeah. It's FCC unannulled. I'm fucking walking with the phone in one hand and a cocktail in the other, motherfucker. Proof.
Bro, this place is unreal. This Laura has flipped a switch. She's up there. Clown has this panel the other night. And it's not like you're like, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, go ahead, say my name. But like how the standards have changed. You should just hear how idiotic these people are. Like so Jason's on Clown's panel and he's like, yo, so like what's up with all this TBS stuff about like, like all this doxing and shit like that. And Clown's like, well, I really haven't been doxing him. I kind of just, put his name in there, kind of like funny. I kind of put it like funny, like, how like my coffee is kind of warm, so I say it's, blank warm, right? And he's like, it's kind of like a clown dox, you know what I mean? It's not like he owns that name, right? And then Telly gets up there and he's like, this is the epitome of this community. Telly gets up there and he's like, so you're okay with that? And Laura's like, well, he said it was his name on Hoax Wars, right? He said it was his name on Hoax Wars, and Telly's like, believe it or not, has some logic, and it's like, oh, so you were doing that after he said it on Hoax Wars? Laura's like, well, no, Clown was doing that way before that, but still, like that's the cope, that's the logic that's used around here.
Let me give another more basic example, because sometimes your stuff, TBS, is a little too complicated. I appreciate it, but you go really deep.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Laura is on, exactly, or he. Laura was on a Clown Force panel the other night. Are you listening, Laura? Like, oh yeah, Clown has never said anything about LB's kids. And if you look at my Instagram page, the title of the panel is LB, throw your kids down a well. Like, make that make sense, right?
That's fucking crazy.
Unfucking real. Eat a dick, Laura.
Oh, it's fucking nuts,
like
dude.
it's like it's the title of the fucking panel on YouTube. I'm like, you think people are stupid?
Oh,
Fucking dumbass.
it's just
Anyhow.
it's actually just quite it's quite interesting to see it kind of play out. I mean, it just like I said.
Unfortunately, Laura's kind of impressionable, and she got programmed by Nanya, and you know how that is. So
Yeah, she drank the snack cake juice, and the rest is history. It's all cope Cope. And the cope is sad. When you're in the position to cope, it's when you're taking in. It was like what we saw with Cam when he was taking too much of that. What do you call it? Fucking whatever he was taking. It's the same with copium. If you take up too much copium, it does stuff to your brain, your judgment, your kind of perception of reality, right? And I think people need to get help.
Oh, it's nuts. It's nuts. And then like I was saying it the other day. I was like, it's so funny. Then they like joked like, "Oh, Nunya's doxing me," and I'm like, dude, you don't get rewarded that benefit of being like, like joking about doxing when you're actually a fucking doxer.
Right.
It doesn't work. Like it doesn't work that way, people.
Well, it does to the sheep and the people that have consumed, excessive amounts of copium. They're not able to see what's actually happening, right? The manipulation, and that's really what's happening.
Dude, it blows my mind how somebody else, Nanya, for example, or PHI or whoever, they can contradict themselves in the same paragraph, completely lie, and then try to gaslight their entire audience. Like, I would feel insulted. And what really irritates me is the people that fall for it. It's like, how do you not see this? It just fucking... Ugh.
Oh, dude, well, apparently, and she just said it tonight, actually. Apparently, fucking PHI has got like a bunch of info either on me or on this apparent boys server. I don't know. I'll probably do a live on it, but like it was apparently this doxing server, and like she's holding back all this info that like if I keep it up, then she's gonna release it, and that I'm like scared about like, motherfucker, I ain't scared of shit. Like I don't know what you think you got me on, but I don't do any of that shit.
Yeah, there was nothing in there.
Well,
I'll tell you what. The worst thing
about?
they're gonna find in there, and it's actually pretty bad, is Chuckles nudes.
Oh
Nobody
my
wants
God.
to see that. Nobody wants to see that. That was probably the low point of the boy server, and I forgot who brought them in. You could probably guess, but we were like, get that shit out of here. But I was in there for the most part, the most of the time, and I never saw any doxing.
Yeah, it's doxing has become the weapon of choice, and the thing is, I've been doxed at least 5 major times, other than people saying shit in chats or whatever. And every time, like I've always used my real name. I was never trying to hide. Well, half the time they get the wrong bill pal anyway, but like every time it happens, they act like they're the first ones to do it, and here's all this new information. None of it's new. It's just like, what the fuck? And then like that's their big bomb, and then they dropped a big bomb and they got nothing left after that. So it's just, I don't know what they think they're accomplishing. It does bother a lot of people to get doxxed, and I understand that. And it's possible that there's a psycho that lives close enough, somebody could get their head blown off. But for the most part, like, nothing really happens. You might get some pizzas or whatever, but annoying shit, but nothing really major, And the fact that that's their big weapon just shows me how fucking weak they are, Is this thing on?
Are you able to speak?
You're on.
All right.
You're on.
Alright. Right, listen, Bill, I've just apologized to Ronnie. I have realised now I will maybe send you 1 or 2 things, but I
All
have
right.
just apologized to them yeah.
All right, cool.
Maybe I could be wrong. So yes, I hold my hands up. If I am wrong, yes, I hold my hands up high.
All
And
right. Well, thank you for
apologise.
clearing that up.
But the only thing I won't hold my hands up for, which is what you know, is anybody coming at me for where I'm from. But you know.
Right on.
You're good, Kodiak.
Hmm?
I would like to make a public apology, Bill. Can we do that?
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Because we need apologies in this. We need healing in this community. FT Gay has been going off of me for months, calling me a dirty Mexican. Right? You've all heard it. It's out there.
Climb Forest, hi.
And so I called him FT Kike, which I thought was kind of cute. If he wants to make racial attacks on me and my people, actually, it's not an apology. I will continue to attack his Jewness. So if FT Kike wants to come up and have a conversation, we can do that. But don't get your butt hurt if you're going to come at people with racial insults and they throw them back in your kosher face. So no
Yeah, but
apology.
if you're actually a dirty Mexican, it's not really an insult, right?
You're missing the point, Bill.
You're
You are
right. I
missing
am.
the point.
It's one of my things. It's a gift.
And that was not original to me. I was on a panel with FT Kike, and somebody actually sent me that. They're like, call him this, and I was like, boom, that's great. But I think he'll stand down now, hopefully. But we can continue to go at it. He has a thing about my race and my people. And I just hope he doesn't live in a glass house, because if he does, he's in for it, right? So I retract my apology.
Right on. I actually want to make an apology too, since we're in that kind of mood. I want to apologize to Andrea D and everybody else that found their way into this fucking community because of me or my channel. I sincerely apologize to all of you.
I want to apologize. Can I do that?
Go for it. Let's all have a big group hug.
Apologizing.
To the
I wanna apologize.
to the founding fathers of the United States of America.
Fuck you. Fuck you. Over this traitor shit, dude. I fucking over here I'm paying taxes in both countries, and you can eat my dick. Eat my whole
Tell the hunch back. Yeah, I don't do this.
All right, tell me, boy.
My apology was going to be to Missy, who's no longer here because she got blasted for being in NTF's chat. And now you got like Bobby Joe up on the panel with NTF. You got Nunya chumming it up with her in chat. Nunya's playing jigsaw puzzles with Angela G, which is all fine and good. I just find it very ironic that like Wog and fucking Wolf are like calling me a pred for apparently playing jigsaw puzzles with those people. Just, it's kind of weird how things change,
And how quickly it happens.
See, over the years,
pay attention, NTF. Pay attention, Angela.
you just said about Bobby. I love Bobby to bits. I don't care what anybody says. Yeah, they can come at me if they want to come at Bobby. I know there's no love lost between Bobby or Bill, but Bill also knows there's no. Do you know what I mean? Regardless, there's just gonna be dislike between this whole community. It's always going to happen for the past, 4 years or so. It's always going to happen. You're always going to see something from different directions. It doesn't mean that someone's wrong, someone's right. It does not mean that. 2 people, 3 people could support one person, but they could all also have a different agenda or a different opinion on them. I have
Yeah,
met
and a
so
lot of
many
times
nice
people just
people.
pretend to be your friend to get information,
Yeah.
or they're going to stab you in the back from the word go. That's their plan. And I see a lot of people fall
Sally,
into
go
that shit
fuck.
too. I just need to take a minute to flirt with who else we
Stop
have
flirting with
here?
people.
No, Matt C. No,
No, he's gone.
Bill,
no,
you
no.
haven't met
You're not.
anybody with these past come off years. Come off it. Leave them
He's got to
alone.
get.
Leave the women
He's
alone.
he's got to prepare for his colonoscopy tomorrow.
I need to flirt with Danielle, and I need to
Danielle,
flirt with
run.
Dominique, and oh my gosh, I didn't flirt with Moments Live either, or Rod. Man, ladies, I deeply
Here,
apologize for not
Bill, do
flirting
you know who
tonight.
loves you? Do you know who loves you? Section 15 adores you. He messaged me saying he adores you.
Well, he ought to.
So
I've been
does White
sending him
Claw.
dick pics.
I know, but so does White Claw. I just said his name. White Claw adores you.
They should. I've been sending him dick pics for a year and a half.
Shit.
Oh, that's not true, Jamie. I've flirted with you many times. It's just been a busy night tonight. I'll flirt with you right now. How you doing?
Jimmy, run.
There you go.
Hide. In fact, actually, there's Ronnie. Ronnie has actually said, okay, now come off it. Run, hide.
Yeah, free up
Anyway,
Ronnie. Free up Ronnie.
Listen, I'm gonna go. As I said, yes, I apologize, Ronnie again. I could have been wrong.
Kodiak came in hot.
I'm gonna love
Kodiak
you.
came in hot. Lesson learned, everybody. Don't fuck with Kodiak. Don't even think about fucking with Kodiak, even if it ain't you. Because she'll find you
Oh, Sheffy.
and she will destroy you.
Oh, shit,
Even if it wasn't you.
Anyway.
Oh shit. Somebody delete this comment, please. Don't time out a ban. Just somebody, goddamn it, delete that comment.
Yeah,
What one?
that's not good, Bill.
All right. Okay, guys. Now we can really get down
It
to
wasn't
business.
me.
Mr. Colfax is here.
What do you want? What do you want, Bill? I heard you.
I want free guns
What the fuck
and
do you want?
That's not. There's no fucking way, Abby.
I want free guns and a Swedish massage.
If it is, fucking block that.
Do you know about the free guns?
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm gonna love yous and leave yous.
All right, Kodiak, take it easy.
Later, Kodiak.
Thank you for adding a little Northern Irish flair.
Her voice actually turns me on for a female voice, but whatever.
I'll shut you up.
No, anyway, just the last few hours, there has been something interesting. It's not about this community or any of the subjects, but it is somebody that we all know. The UPS plopped a gun on his porch without. It wasn't ordered. It wasn't signed for. It was just plopped there. What is that? Somebody.
That was a motorcycle. Sorry.
UPS nowadays are the only ones that will transport guns. FedEx won't do it, and I don't believe the U.S. Mail will do it. And you would be surprised at how many guns UPS loses. I'm not joking, man.
I know, but you know what I mean. Like some 22-year-old named Kyle is going to get canned over this. Like, you know, it's.
Well, here's the thing. You can only legally ship firearms to somebody that has an FFL, a federal firearms license. So that's going to be another bad on them. You can't just order a gun and have it sent straight to your house. You have to have it sent to somebody with an FFL and get it from them because of the paperwork.
Well,
so that's another no-no.
I hear the sound of somebody like hitting a door or a wall. Is Jason Casey still locked up in your cabin, Colfax?
I don't see how that's any of your business. And anybody coming around here sniffing around about that has another thing. No, he's on his way back from that.
The drive
I
of
thought
shame.
I thought I could see a panicked shadow coming from under the door back there.
Yeah, there was like a light going on and off. It was in Morse code. It was reading, "Help me, help me."
No, that's the Sam. I mean, no, that's somebody else. No.
That's funny. I'm not proficient in it these days, but I used to know Morse code pretty well, and I read it as "send more lube." So I don't know.
Oh my God. Since enough went out about that, I should say that when we talked, and he was like, he said he was in Fountain, Colorado, and I didn't know. I went to bed in the middle of the afternoon, as I wont to do, and then he calls and says like he's an hour away and he's coming here. I thought that he was going to come sometime during his time up here. I didn't know he was coming right here, but he said something like he'll bring some social lubricant. And I went, oh wait, now I'm going to tell people that for the first time in ages, a man said he's going to come to my house and bring lubricant.
Nice. Well, I mean, you can't spell lubricant without cunt, so work on that.
He's a nice guy. He's just a most ordinary guy in the world, He doesn't want to, piss off anybody really. He doesn't, like the little digs you get in, like how Telly is stupid or stuff like that. He does. In fact, he loves Telly. But that's aside the point. As in, he doesn't like to get in little digs at people and stuff like that.
He's a fence rider.
I caught him lying too many times. I don't like him.
Yeah. Did he write anything else while he was visiting you, JT?
Ride like the wind. Yeah.
Can we bring this conversation back to PHI before I dip?
Oh yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Always with Tommy Boy and the.
Okay, Tommy Boy, go ahead.
Complaints.
No, I just know nothing's gonna get done with JT up here. He is gonna just flood out this conversation. But for the people,
wait a minute, get done. You want to complain like, oh, PHI?
Like I said,
no, you said. Why did you triggered him right there, man?
Case and point.
Act like it's important business. Now,
all right, let
Tommy Boy knows what he's doing.
Finish. Yeah.
Get your important
business
done about PHI.
He just cannot keep it shut.
All right, I'm giving Tommy Boy the floor as of right now. Okay, so please cooperate, JT.
It's all yours, and I'm gonna go back to watching basketball and go to bed. All right, pal. So as the Gabby and Laura popped in here and was like, PHI never said anything about like having this information, right? Like, yeah, granted, she didn't say exactly like TBS or the boys, but tomorrow night I'll try to do a live for y'all with some context. But Bill, the clip is in the basement. If you'll play that very quickly.
Of course, sir.
Oh, this is ridiculous.
You know what's it's funny.
Done.
It don't matter what you do. You can't please people. They still gotta fuck with you on some dumb shit.
I'm not here to please nobody.
I'm just saying, I'm not here to please nobody either. I'm just saying. I try to please people. And they want to come in my chat and dox me. Make fucking sense.
She put her face on the news and had it on her channel, if I remember right.
Well, dude, don't even get me started with that. That's why she doxed me on her channel and said she can find her last name. I'll play those clips. I'll give
Who doxed her?
I'll give her this. I'll give this more context. She
so important.
JT, for fuck's sake, dude, the clip's almost done and I'll be out of here.
Fucking
relax.
Getting business done.
JT, don't make me put the leashes on, man.
Huh?
There's a coyote in front of me.
Because, see, I know that your goal right now is to try to get me to react and come up off of what information that I may have. You just keep sitting there wondering if or when I'm gonna, okay? But you keep fucking with me, and you may find out.
So I just want to draw the attention to Laura with the all capitals obsessed, because that is apparently I'm the new obsessed guy, right? And then you have Laura with the screaming dinosaur emojis, right? Which have been coined to the boys. So I think that's enough to show that what they're alluding to. PHI, I ain't worried about shit that you got. Because I the only thing you're going to be able to show is doctored shit. I have not doxed anyone. I'm not involved in that shit. You quite literally, and I'll show this tomorrow night with actual clips without JT fucking up here getting all pissed off, of claiming that you have all these screenshots of proof of this doxing server and me being a part of it, and that you dropped them in your own Gilded the following day, not more than 24 hours after. You claim you're waiting on the screenshots, and once you get them, you will post them. So what is it, PHI? Did you post them in your Gilded like you said the day before, or are you waiting on the screenshots?
Business.
Sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. Sounds like somebody
It's a good question.
tried to out a fucking anonymous catcher, and the best way to cope for that is to make up a bunch of bullshit.
Oh yeah, that's protocol.
She's claiming that she got doxxed in the boy server, which is
She's claiming
insane.
she got doxxed in the boys server. She's claiming that Christy and Sabby had this thing going on. She's claiming that I doxed her by playing a video that she had linked on her fucking channel, like literally linked on her fucking channel. And I showed the video of me recording to go into my video, searching her channel, scrolling down, clicking on that link. And that is me doxing her, clicking a link that she had on her channel up to a week ago. She just took it off a week ago. But I'm the doxer. So I just find that very funny. And another thing, last thing before I go here to prep you guys, just remember that Sabby gave Gabby those screenshots of Christy's conversation with her, and Gabby posted those within a couple hours. She made a video, an edited video, right? And put that up on her page. We have yet to see one screenshot from this boys server.
I will say something here, and I don't know for sure that that's what's going on right now, but I can tell you from personal experience that just because something is coming from Gabby's phone or is on her account doesn't necessarily mean that it's her. You follow what I'm saying?
Yeah, well, dude, that's funny that you say that, because when I brought up that point to what's his name, to in chat to Gabby, I was like, Gabby, you were so quick on those receipts and making that edited video after you got those screenshots from Sabby. Gabby's response was, yeah, that was my channel, not PHI's channel. And it's like, dude, you guys talk about PHI being a one unit, right? And now all of a sudden it's like, oh, well, because that was just you and it was your channel, the receipts got posted so quickly. It just makes the logic behind it just makes no fucking sense. Makes no sense.
Yeah, you got to expose their shit, dude.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it just like it just makes no sense. And all I got is them double talking, right? You guys will see tomorrow night that it's like, first off, Cap was in the server, then Cap wasn't in the server. Cap claims that I wasn't in the server, but he was in Ray's server.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean?
Oh,
like,
somebody did send me a screenshot of Cap denying that he was in that server. I don't remember whose panel was on, but yeah.
This is what I'm getting at, right? This is the same shit, dude. This is exactly what I'm getting at. It's all
these dumbass motherfuckers that are like slapping up and drinking the Kool-Aid, drinking up the double speak, you know, because their fucking poor, uneducated asses didn't read 1984 in high school, right? Fucking propaganda.
It's exactly what it is. It's word salad propaganda. And you got people that's like LARP that I know he's actually not an idiot, but he just simps so hard. He just chooses to look past this shit, right? And it's this idea, the irony is it's this battle between, oh, well, you hold catchers to a higher standard. And it's like, no, PHI, I called you out for the vile shit you said to Christy simply because you said vile shit. It had nothing to do with you being a catcher, right? She parlays that into, well, you know what? I might have found out some information about somebody, and I'm going to attempt to dox an anonymous catcher because they may be a catcher and they say vile things in chat, right? The connection there is no connection, right? It's just scumbag people doing scumbag shit. And when there was backlash from the community of like, PHI, if it's all about hashtag protect the catchers, right? Why would you feel the need to use an argument as outing an anonymous catcher who doesn't have a Cash App, who doesn't need any fucking praise, right? I know that blows your mind that someone wouldn't want donos for catching, but that was your token. That was your bargaining token in an argument. It's unbelievable, right? And now all of a sudden, when people are like, yeah, PHI, that probably was fucked up, all of a sudden, everyone's a doxer. Everyone's a doxer. She posted screenshots. She didn't post screenshots. She's waiting on screenshots. It's a bunch of bullshit, man. It is a bunch of bullshit. So I'll let you guys go. I heard enough of me rambling over here.
Wait. Let me ask you something.
Yeah.
Look, I don't dislike you or anything like that, but you see my tone when, like Telly, you do the, what do you do? And, you know, I'm doing important. You said you were talking about important business. And all. Do you honestly think this is that important? Don't you feel like this community has been picked to the bones? And when you go, PHI said 3 days ago, I know what they do. I know what they do. We all do, don't we? I mean, is you really want to?
No, we don't all know. That's why he's doing what he's doing.
No. But
period. Interrupted. There.
Okay. Are you finished, JT? Because I think it's a good point. JT. So I do want to respond.
Do you want to characterize it as that important without FCC butting over that last word? Sure. Like always.
I agree, JT. I think it's JT. I think it's a valid point, right? In that, like, you know, when I was talking to people about this, is like, does it really matter, like, what PHI and her people think that, like, there was all these people that she named off and we're all doxers and shit like that? No, it really doesn't, right? But when push comes to shove, like, this is a drama community, and I do think it's I take, you know, I kind of like, I like the reward of catching these people saying one thing and then saying the exact opposite the day after, right? And being able to expose that. What I've learned, JT, is the fact of the matter is that even the people that see that, right, and watch that on my stream with the clips, they will choose not to speak out against it. They will I'm not asking them to disown PHI. What I'm asking is just be like, dude, open your fucking eyes for Christ's sake. But it's not going to get anywhere. I'm not stupid. But I think personally that it's good content for this drama community. I do. And on the other side of the token, JT, I think drunken ramblings and just bullshitting on panels, I also think that's good content. So I think it's all necessary. Personally.
Well, that's it.
Yeah. There's another docs in the chat, by the way. So.
Well, I tell you what, some of us appreciate people sum things up because I turned off notifications for I haven't watched PHI in a very long time. I just turned off notifications for almost everybody over here. So when somebody who's not on a side can sum things up, and for the most part have facts, I appreciate that kind of thing because I don't have to watch hours worth of panels. I can just listen to one, you know.
And that's the funny thing too, right? Is that then when I do a live, like I'll do tomorrow night, and I show these clips, then all of a sudden the narrative is like, oh, well, he's taking them out of context, right? Because it's not a Nunya, 8-hour, let's just play the entire panel and hopefully the answer's in there. No, because I clip it out, all of a sudden it's fucking, you know what I mean? It's like, it's doctored content. It's just, you know what I mean? It's a bunch of bullshit.
In all seriousness, I understand it all. and I'm totally on your side in everything you do and say. As it, like Laura Pickles is a total wolf in a librarian mask. She's a Nunya. Uh, she's an attacking, awful, lying person, and all that. All of these things, yes, they need to be exposed on. But let me just speak in Lily Tomlin words, and you want to call it drunk and all that. But you know what? You don't ever see me doing this anymore. But it's because people like you tromp all over me. I try to avoid it and just say something different now. I don't want to get involved in all this. And here's my thing: is I want to say that I feel with all the minutia in this, and Cat Eyes is like, but this is important. And she's like rebuking me too. It becomes like Lily Tomlin, like 70s talk that she used to mumbo jumbo about shame spiral, as in like it's getting to be like shameful to watch people pick at little things. Don't you see that? Like, I understand. Believe me, I believe you when you tell me bitch, lied or something like that. I totally believe it. I utterly believe it. I would bet money on it. My whole SSDI check. But it's gotten to be like this community is so small now that it's nothing but arguing, and I'm not the one doing it until you make me tonight, and we're on the same side in that sense. It's don't you realize like how terrible this it doesn't it grate on anyone anymore? Like how little people go on for 8 hours of like, oh, and then somebody said on NTFs and all. Now we're gonna branch out into a million other little things and pick.
Yeah, no, I see where you're getting. I see where you're getting at in terms of like the term I would use is like, how granular do you get with the content, especially in terms of my focus, right? And my argument would be that like I know a lot of people say off the cuff shit around here, right? And a good example of that is the whole, I know you hate me bringing this up, JT, but there's the whole grape allegations, right? That were coming out that you had made this terrible claim, right? It turns out
I'll only interrupt you for 1 second. And she's
Can you stop interrupting people, JT?
She's brought it up again, that Laura bitch liar, wolf mask librarian. Brought it up again, the whole thing.
Well, and all I'm gonna say, I played this enough, is just that like, listen, what was said was like, hey, how much would it cost for you to like bang a chick like that, right? Is essentially what it was, right? It wasn't how it was portrayed was that it was literally like someone saying, hey, how much can I pay you to go forcibly have sexual intercourse with this person? That's what it was made out to say, and that wasn't the case at all, right? That wasn't the case. Someone else, and I'll say without being named, but they said the same exact thing in that context, and saying, how much would it cost for you to fuck Jen A, right? And no one said a word, right? And
so we know who that was.
And so all I'm saying is that
if I said that to you right now, Tommy Boy, how much would it cost for you to go fuck Jenny? Then no serious person is gonna take it serious.
Exactly.
I'm offering money.
But you're missing the point. So let me say something here. Yes, please. Thank you, JT. I think what Tommy Boy is providing is a good general service, because you have people in this community that have been here for a long time that get it. You have people that have been here for months, or maybe, between 6 months and a year. And then you have people that are just popping in that don't have the context. And so what I feel like what Tommy Boy is doing is just providing context, not for people that have been here for a while, but for people that are like newer, to say like, hey, here's some context, here's some information. You go ahead and make up your mind. He's never slandered anyone. He's only presented information in the form of people's own words or their own chats, and I think that's really important. And at the same time, I'm going to make this connection. This is hold on, and so JT, going back to your point, I think this community is small. It seems to be growing, and you don't know it's the same fucking 300 or 400 people. There's people constantly coming in and coming out. And so the other piece here is like what Tommy Boy is doing, and he's not focusing on Thomas Fellows, but if you think of the way that CPP Tommy makes his money, he makes his money not off of his like long-term followers, but off of the new sheep, people that are constantly coming in and being like, "Oh man, this is so fucking cool, man. You're doing good things for kids," and they don't have the historical context, right? And then you have people that have been around for a long time that will simp for him regardless of whatever he does, and then you have a bunch of people in the middle. So I think what Tommy Boy is doing is providing a good middle thread,
you make a point.
News source.
However, the way it was done, I mean, like, it's the same thing as Telly used to argue with me, like personally on Instagram a long time ago, and then still does all the time. What are you doing and all that? And it's like, well, I brought you 2 fucking TV broadcasts, didn't I? That type of thing. I mean, like and all of you act like, there he goes again with his drunken insanity just now. And that isn't what I came for. And I never, I don't do that very often anymore until you press with because look at Tommy Boy's stuck up little attitude when I just came, period, as in like, oh, he's going to do it again. So I'll get off and saying that what he'll be on with his important things tomorrow. And none of this is really that important.
I agree. But
they
we're
all lie. They're terrible.
But we're all gonna. But JT, you got to admit that we're all gonna have our different biases in terms of like what we value as content, what we think is important, which you know what I mean? Like that's subjective, right? We can agree on that, right? So like what I want to have conversations around are stuff like this because I think it's interesting. I think it highlights the whole community, and it kind of like FCC said, I think there's a kind of a historian factor of it. A good example that I want to use is I see Mitch down in chat, but it's like, and kind of the irony of how the universe unfolds. But like, again, I don't pick at like little nitpick things that one person says one time and hold them to it. But if you string everything together, it's quite ironic how things play out. An example of that is when Nunya had a total freak out that Mitch said in a chat when no doxing was even discussed, just said, "Telly, you're next." Nunya went nuts and went at Annoyed and LARP and all these people and said, that was a dox threat. That was a dox. She had multiple panels about it, right? And made this whole thing about how it's so important not to dox. Fast forward 2 months later, Nunya is saying she has information on a lot of people in the community. She could dox the fuck out of everyone right now. And when she doxes, it won't be like the doxes you see here, right? That's point in the history number 2. Then it comes out that she actually does start doxing people. She's known, even Bobby Joe says, Nunya, I told you to stop looking up people in the community. So now it's known that she actively looks up people in the community. And what happens? Warbot doxes her social security number, right? And how does that play out? How does that play out in the end? It turns out her social security number, she admitted, was on the internet, was on public information, the same standard that she set when she went and dug up Bill's information. If you would think that anyone in their right mind, if you're going to be active and publicly known as looking into people's information and deeming it as a public standard, you would think you might want to Google your own fucking name to make sure that shit isn't out there. You know what I mean? The irony
they missed a lot of cool shit too because they think everything's on the internet and they don't know how to really investigate. But I digress.
Like Nunya, that's important. It is important to expose shit like, and lieutenants like idiotic Laura Pickles. And I am tired of people acting like she's just a normal little Canadian girl. She's obviously not very smart because she glued herself to malevolent force like Nunya. I don't know why we have to be talking this way. Is because you did that.
I know. I'm done.
We have to argue again.
Okay, I'm done. I'm just saying, can you at least give it to me, like the irony of that whole thing, right? And I'm on Bill's panel now, but they released this shit that they dug up from like whatever 2018 on Bill, and they're like, Bill, a fucking Cat Greed went as far as to be like, Bill's the type of person to go shoot up a school based on this. And she's like, and it's all public information. It's all public information. I'm not saying what Warbot did was right, but I'm saying the irony that it was accessible via fucking Google is palpable. It's fucking crazy. This is, you could write a Netflix series off this shit.
I'll one up you. You want another piece of nanya? I'll tell you this. There's a woman out in the world in Oklahoma who had a restraining order against nanya and doesn't ever want to talk about that petty woman again. So I hear. Not my research.
And for the record, people, I would never do anything at a school. I kicked open somebody's back door because he was beating the shit out of his old lady, and that's why all that stuff happened. And what they didn't tell you was like every single bit of that shit they put out got dropped because I had the original police reports and proof that the shit that they tried to charge me with wasn't true, and it all got dropped, and I got all my guns back. So they probably didn't tell you that part.
And on that point, Bill, before I drop off here, it just
Right.
goes. It just goes.
Brand new info, and you just go right.
Well,
over.
it just goes back to the point of like, dude, just people like, if people would get off this infatuation of digging into people, whether it's public or not, or whether someone's already said their docs or not, and stop weaponizing that, things would get a whole lot better, and we could just go back to how bullshit used to be. But there's been this massive paradigm shift over the last like year and a half around here, where it has become normalized to dig into people's shit and find their information and then use it against them when they disagree with you.
And
right?
where does that road lead?
Yeah.
To whom does that road lead?
There's a lot of people, JT. Actually, I think a lot of people are complicit in that, to be completely honest.
But who normalized it?
Who normalized it? That's a great question. That's a great question. All I'm saying is it runs rampant in the community right now. PHI, I know you're fucking listening. You put your shit out that you got out on me, because I have never been a part of that shit, and many people here believe that and know that. So you can try to drag my fucking name through the mud all you want, but I'm not like these fucking pieces of shit. I keep this shit on YouTube, pal. So keep running it, keep fucking keep dragging it. I don't give a fuck. We all know that if you had anything in your possession that could fucking tarnish me, you would have dropped that the minute you fucking got it. And the amount of times that you guys just your people just ran through my fucking name in this chat, clearly you don't know my fucking last name, or else you would have been dropping it in there. So get fucking wrecked.
Let's hope that's not true.
The only thing Tommy Boy is guilty of is being damn sexy when he's angry.
Yes, and I need to get to bed.
I want to argue with him all night long.
All night long. Yeah.
Like, literally, personally, you don't see me doing this as I'm doing now. And it's also because, like, you and the FCC want to suck all the air out of the room, and you go, sniff, like, oh, minor underling, drunken Colfax. And I know everything is going on, but I'm telling you, maybe it's me personally with the sea change of I can't take it anymore. I can't take it. I can't, like, people going like, oh, something in the clown live stream. I'm not going to chase down NTF, clown, and this kind of offshoot. This is ridiculous. What we're doing, all of us, what we're doing now at this point is ridiculous. It's all over.
Yeah. It's the only way to get attention now, though. People have to keep ratcheting things up to get more attention than the last one. It keeps escalating.
They'll be like an edge, not making fun of him more than anybody else, but like and dragging some idiot that nobody, somebody that said something 8 months ago. It's like, and that's the thing, Tommy Boy, is like, when you look back to where this started, where you cut me off at the beginning, and you're like, drunk and blah, blah, blah. But you were going, just before that, PHI did this and that and this and that. It's like, believe me, I'm not sticking up for them. I know they'll do anything, but it's just pickety. I personally can't really take it much anymore.
And that's fine. I mean, that's fine. You know what I mean? But I have all the right in the world, especially if I believe I'm doing it in an ethical manner, which I am. I'm not Googling people. I'm not asking people to dig up people's doxes and shit like that. I'm not doing that shit, right? So this is what I choose to focus on because I do think it's important, and I think it's quite funny when you catch these people double speaking out of both sides of their mouth constantly. And people listen, I get it with the whole, oh, you're obsessed, you have no life and shit like that. You
Tell me about
motherfuckers realize how easy it is to have I give this place way too much, I know a lot of people are using YouTube comment search and transcript shit like that now because I've been dropping that shit. But then you guys realize how easy it is to have a second laptop with TeamViewer on it and TeamViewer on your phone so that in the event someone goes live, I can simply hop onto TeamViewer, go into my laptop and just record the stream. That's how it's done, people. It doesn't take a fucking a data center to fucking record lives.
No one knows better about being accused about being obsessed than me. And the Jason Casey thing was interesting. He's sitting over there in my reclining chair looking at the TV and I'm punching YouTube and it's all watching trains, watching I Love Lucy and all this shit. And then further down in the history, there is a Tommy Katz or something. You know what I mean? All the perception of obsessed is like, I'm moving on, I guess. You know what I mean? But it's just that the minuscule obsession. I don't know. Maybe I just can't keep up with it, or I don't care.
So do you realize what you just did? You were complaining about Tommy Boy obsessing over his things, and then you just moved the obsession over to your obsessions, Colfax.
To trains,
or whatever it is, whatever you're looking at. What's in your internet browser history?
No, what
did Jason Casey find?
What you have done there is just contrarian foolishness. Because it doesn't matter as long as it's something else. As what I'm saying is that it's something else than what I choose to be obsessed with.
But that's what I'm getting at. JT is
out there.
But that's what I'm getting at, right? Is everyone chooses, right? You could turn the other side of the token and be like, yeah, community remix. You're just as obsessed by going so hard in the paint and making sure you're in every fucking chat, white knighting for PHI and fucking Nunya. That's an obsession.
Who is Community Remix? Is that Terrence or what the hell is that? That one is obsessed, absolutely obsessed.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's you know what I mean? It's just funny that you're the same thing. Gabby's over here TBS. You have no fucking life. It's I'm not even in most of these chats just because I record shit. And yeah, I don't watch much Netflix. I like to toss on a panel and through my fucking Google Drive and fucking listen to it while I'm doing shit. That's just my fucking thing. For Christ's sake.
With people like FCC that just said that I wanted to put out that I'm obsessed with trains. Look at these.
Well, hold on. So I think two things. Tommy Boy Studios is correct. The way that he goes about finding information via YouTube videos and downloads is not as time. It doesn't take up as much time as people would think it does. So there's that. So I don't think he's obsessing hours over hours to find information if you know how to do that. And the second thing is Colfax. I'm going to push back a little bit on you, not push in, but push back. You were obsessed with Tommy for years. Fair enough. We all were.
There you go again.
Hold on. And now you have somebody like Tommy Boy Studios. It's not necessarily obsessed with one person, but is obsessed with the truth. You can't fault him for that.
But that's that. What do you just get to just go? You're obsessed with Tommy, and have that be an ironclad fact.
You were though. You were for years.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, it mixed in with you could press the button. There's CC Unit doing a catch. Robbie doing a catch. All of those. It all faded away. And there was a lot of work to be done, as Tommy Boy likes to say, work to be done and all that on the subject matter I chose. I did hard work on it, and I got results.
But that's just what I'm saying is but I mean, and I hate to because it does sound like fucking patronizing around like that it's just the truth, but it really is, right? Like that. It even happened when I've been putting together, looking back at old clips of PHI, right? When I was back in the States working on my house and I got summoned up to Damone's panel and PHI came up there and just was screaming at me. I was like, listen, PHI, you had multiple erratic driving streams spurring about John Davis and Ed, two separate ones for both of those guys, right? And then she makes the claim, well, John Davis, and I'm not white knighting for John Davis one bit, but I'm just white knighting for the truth. She's like, John Davis openly doxed my daughter on a panel. And I was like, that's false. The panel you're talking about was a good guy panel, and he was on the panel, and he wasn't even a mod on that channel. And your daughter got doxed in chat. You even, when you were spurging, you were even saying you just watched that shit go by while you were sitting on panel. However, a month later, when you're arguing with me, it sounds a lot better to say, no, John Davis said it out of his own mouth and he's the one that did it. And it's like, no, that's incorrect. That's not what happened. You were upset that he didn't do anything. That's the truth. I'm not white knighting for John Davis. I'm white knighting for people misrepresenting what actually happened.
Well, and let's talk about obsession with both you and FCC. How about this? You two are so obsessed with talking and Kelly and all that. And you want to you would probably say the same thing about me, except for it was like a year ago where I really stopped doing panels all the time. And sure, I show up every 10 days or something now. But you guys on panels, especially FCC, you're obsessed with yourself, is what I'm saying. Non-stop obsessed. You want to go, you're obsessed with Tommy. Come on, look at you. You're obsessed with blathering over everything for self-aggrandizement.
Nothing wrong with that, man. You have to stand up for yourself and back yourself up before you can back anybody else up. So yeah, I'm Team FCC 100%.
So I'll agree with that, right? Is like, yeah, it is true. I blabber, I yap. I'm not as bad as Yap Reed, but I do like to hear myself talk, and I like discourse, to tell you the God honest truth. So like, I do enjoy that. And then they got people, and then unfortunately this place is made up with a bunch of people that wear helmets on a daily basis, like Community Remix, who's like, you're a weasel. You're a weasel. Why am I a weasel? Because I use proper grammar. Like, fuck me. I'm sorry that, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sorry that I potentially was educated, and I think it's, still cool to use proper grammar and not act like you were a gangster that actually grew up in a fucking cornfield over a flyover state. But, fuck my life.
Most of these people don't know what a flyover state is.
Oh, Jamie just earned some more points.
Most of them, you're living in them.
Spitting facts about.
Let me put it that way.
Hard.
And Lord Cuck, to ask my last B for the mail was FM and with fucking Sam. And Sam, I have a lot of respect for Sam. Sam never threatened to dox me. Yeah, I wholeheartedly believe he didn't do anything to attempt to find my information. He went along with it.
He has a phone book sized file on you.
He's the one that put Icy Hot in your jockstrap. When you blamed me for that, I just kept my mouth shut, but it was Sam.
That's what Sam to share the info so I could do that.
So I'm just saying, for the people that don't like Sam, take that and the amount of time that I dedicated to digging into Sam's videos and his contradictions and what he did to me versus me pressing FM, loud ass FM, who can't even have a conversation and just says the N-word over and over to speak over you. I press him on one panel, and the first thing that motherfucker does is say my first name. So you guys want to talk about Sam being a piece of shit? Maybe turn around and look at these people you think are so amazing that are just actually emotional retards. I'm going to leave you guys with that. I got to go to bed. I want to watch.
But just remember, I came up here to talk about the funny incident of a gun being dropped off, and I was going to leave. But you two, and you know who I mean, just couldn't. handle. You had to interrupt and go. The important thing is, bitch, I said this at 3:18 in the morning, and all that. You guys need to be in check yourselves as far as like the egos and all that. And I know that sounds funny because I get stamped into the blathering class, but I learned a long time ago to not keep on doing that. Less is more. Less is more. As in, don't be on panels. There's certain people like Ed, Bill, and Locke, the way it used to be, where it's not the same. Like if they blather for 8 hours because they're hosts, known hosts, but for people to just be on one panel after another, like Kella, and blather all the time. You guys too.
Oh no, I 100% agree. I 100% agree. I absolutely have an ego. I'm biased. There's times that I think that I'm 100% right, and that's obviously not the case, right? I completely understand that. I'm not disagreeing that one bit. I guess what I'm trying to do is give my perspective to share it, to create that dialogue, and it goes to things that I think about in the outside world. Like, Vlad, I think you're a great guy, but the comment you just made, we're all emotional, right? We're all emotional, Tommy boy. That's kind of human condition. That's right. But we're all also adults, and there's emotional discipline and emotional intelligence and understanding that, like, how your emotions work. Newsflash, people, just because they made Xanax doesn't mean and your doctor prescribed it to you doesn't mean that you're the only person to fucking have anxiety. Everyone has anxiety. It's how you fucking deal with it. And there's people that have different backgrounds, that have different traumas, that need medication, then there's those that don't, right? But if you can't handle having a civil conversation, right, where people are just bringing up facts that are public on this platform, and you feel the need to disclose personal information because you're losing an argument, you're a scumbag. I'm not saying you can't be here, because you can be here, but you're a scumbag. It has nothing to do with, oh, we all have emotions. We all have emotions. Act like an adult, gain some fucking fortitude, and fucking cope. Like, it's a fact of the matter. That's all I got for you guys.
And stop telling women you're going to pee in their mouths. How about that?
Yeah, that just shit like that. Like, everyone thinks I hate women around here. Go find clips of me calling women cunts or stupid women or pissing in their fucking mouths. I don't do shit like that, but apparently I fucking hate all women. So
there goes.
Yeah.
Again, he talks about the cope, but he doesn't talk about the seeds.
Oh, I see, dude. We all see, man. I don't say. I would say I'll seethe. I don't spurg. I do not spurg. I definitely seethe when I'm like, these motherfuckers. I'm gonna get these motherfuckers good. But spurging. I think I'm a light spurger personally.
By the way, I thought about what the hell somebody's doing. I thought about you in my bed the other night, Tommy boy, because I came across on my iPad the theme to The Office, but it's played by like 10 drunk college guys with all stand up and all that, all dancing. Oh, if somebody like gets up and does soft shoe, tap dancing, all playing the theme to The Office. You'd love it.
I do love The Office. I still fall asleep to The Office. I even have conditioned my fake limey girlfriend to also fall asleep to The Office.
Who's your favorite character?
Oh, it's a great question. It's actually Kevin, to tell you the truth.
Yeah, there you go. It's good. That's a safe one.
I'll leave you guys with one of my favorite quotes, right? After they win the trivia battle, right? For when they're trying to make money to make up the quota, right? And it ends up being Kevin's, the retard team that wins. And at the end of the episode, they're like, some people would say this. Kevin's like, some people would call this a fluke, but I'm here to tell you that, did you know a fluke is one of the most common fish in the sea? So maybe that's exactly what this was, a fluke. That is a based-ass quote.
There you go.
It's not me, guys. I've been muted most of the time. I don't know. I think it's FCC actually, and JT looks like he's frozen too. But
it can't be.
I do want to say one thing, because I don't believe that Andrea D was here when I said it before. I sincerely apologize to Andrea D And anybody else that came into this community because of me or my fucking channel, I am sorry. I didn't realize some of it, and if I had, I would have warned you.
And it's a good point.
Before you go, Tommy Boy, can you give a brief spiel on this community mix guy and his nonstop work for insanity? Like Jason Cates comes to my house, and therefore it's part of a conspiracy. I mean, like just punching that in nonstop. There's no evidence of it. Of course, it's not true, and all that, and other things too. He's a shill of a worker for just bullshit, like Fox News.
So yeah, my spiel on community remix is this actually. So as a person with somewhat of a memory around here, there was a slew of alts that came in during the Ed debacle, the start of the Ed debacle. I know I would have to look at theirs, but I'm gonna put 90% sure that the remix alt started right around that time. During my theory on it is that a lot of those alts that came in during the Ed stuff dropping, so this is April, May of last year, those were people that were probably pretty active in Ed's chats and bashing Tommy. And when the paradigm started to shift, they chose to readjust their names or create new alts, and remix is a perfect example of that.
Exactly.
It's someone that's been here for a while. They don't want to be remembered as someone that was very active in the bashing of Tommy and active supporting Ed, and they switched, right?
Perfect.
Yeah, that's exactly what I think remix is. The last thing is that, well, actually, here they just hold on. They just let me see how accurate I am. I'm a mod in here, so I can see. Let me go to their page. Let me see what this.
FCC is doing that to blather out somebody else so he can blather.
No, hold on. I'm gonna see more about this channel. And dude, bingo, bango, bongo. When do you guys think this was created? When do you think the account was created?
Exactly what the Florida trip happened, or within 1 week.
May 20th, 2023. So, like I said, April, May, the slew of alts that came in. Boom, get roasted, get wrecked. And the last thing I did want to really leave on that, but a great example. Oh my God, is this guy up here? I'll listen to this while I'm watching this basketball game. But last thing is, what is it? Is Andrea D. I feel a bit bad too, because you know what? Just so you guys know how much of a paranoid nut job FM is. If you guys knew the number of people that FM has accused both publicly and privately of being Miss Megan in this, and a lot of you don't even know who Miss Megan is, but the number of people, there is no way that you could count it on all fingers twice. I don't even it's so many. And Andrea D unfortunately got her first dose of that was started in my chat. FM went at her. He did it for weeks, and she was forced to get on an IG call just to get this guy off her back. This man has done it to, I can't tell you, countless people that he's accused of being this because he's so paranoid about it. Those are the people that I feel bad for.
I sometimes talk to Miss Megan, and I know that she sent me. Blonde Java and her used to keep me out of it. They did not tell me everything. One time, FM started attacking me. You're one too, and all that, and I was like, "What?" All I ever did was show up in his chats and say something nice and hit the like and leave because he bored me. You know, his catches and all that. So I did that, and then I didn't understand what he was talking about. Then the jail calls, I got the green light as they wanted to push it. It's because they finally told me, it showed me the text from FM and said, you know, you can talk about this if you want to. You know what I mean? So therefore, the green light was I could say, as I will now, FM is a woman abusing piece of shit. And that was the green light. but they portrayed it in another way. But on those things, now that you brought them up, I will say I've seen those texts. I'm coming with FM. Miss Megan doesn't live too far out of reach from him. I'm coming up there on the commuter train. I'm coming. 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
I'm coming. Nonstop threatening. He's an awful, awful little man. And yet they keep pushing him up in this world.
Yeah, and it's and LARP all of a sudden disappears. But LARP was one that used to go hard in the paint against that FM for all the flip flopping that he did with the whole Tommy thing, and that has just dissolved out of nowhere. It's just funny. The last thing is just the craziest thing to me is like, I like you people, right? Like, I don't really like you people, but I don't hate you people. But I have no allegiance to anyone here. I don't trust any of you, and like, I'm not going to go hard in the paint for some random internet person. What I will go hard in the paint for is people justifying trying to out anonymous catchers because they were picked on by a random account in chat, because that's what bitches do.
You prefer the random accounts over anyone else?
And in what context?
I'm just randomly, you were talking about not trusting people, and you mentioned that you trust people that are on your side, but how do you know that?
No. Did I say that I trust people that are on my side? No, I don't. I said I don't trust anyone. I don't trust anyone.
All right.
That's what I said. I said I don't trust any of you. I said I like you guys, right? But I really don't like all of you guys. But I don't trust anyone, right? And I have no allegiance to anyone here. What I'm getting at, I'm always terrible. Is it Kazoom?
Kazoom, yes.
Kazoom is that. I don't know how much I know you pop in here and there, but you'll come to find that there's certain cliques around here, right? Where people will just choose to turn a cheek to certain things. And I get it. A lot of it has to do with, in my opinion, it has to do with they want to be accepted in chats, right? They don't want to feel that they can't enter a chat and not have
Fair
people
enough.
say hello and things like that, right? And that, to me, like, if you can't have a backbone here where you're somewhat anonymous, right? I don't understand how you make it through your day-to-day life with having to be stern and
I don't know. Having a backbone online is different than having a backbone in person. So I understand that you're asking the question of what is the difference, but I don't think we'll ever know that difference.
But let me ask you this. Would you agree that it would be easier to have a backbone in online versus in real life?
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. And that's my point, is like, if you can't have a backbone here, how are you holding to your morals and standards in the real world?
But how do they even know where they are when it's not the backbone, when they don't have the backbone? How do they know where any of that lies?
Yeah, that's actually, this is the sort of dialogue I like. This is where you get into like philosophy. That's a great question, right? Is like, what's your baseline? What's your baseline at that point, actually?
Look, I've been on this godforsaken planet long enough to have seen the internet get created, and I remember how people used to communicate with each other before they could hide behind screens, and it was a lot different. You still had mouthy assholes, but there was a lot more respect, because you would have to get face to face with somebody, or maybe on the phone with them, and there's a good chance if you say the wrong thing, you're going to get popped in the mouth. And now you have weak ass motherfuckers that can hide behind the safety of a screen and say whatever they want, and pretty much no repercussions.
No significant ones, any repercussions anyway.
Right.
Yeah. Right.
Hey, I got to ask you something, because your voice sounds very familiar. Did you ever work at like a 900 number?
No, but I worked at JCS Criminal Psychology. Jim Can't Swim.
Oh, that's it.
And I do the voice work for their channel. So
yeah, you didn't know that, Bill, dude.
Dude, No, haven't seen this guy before, but that's awesome. I'm not gonna fanboy too much.
Yeah, it's
Right
really
on,
cool.
man.
I knew that when you told us that, and I don't know if anyone knows. If you don't know JCS, and even like I was around when it was actually Jeff Can't Swim, but that is it. Like that has changed the landscape of interrogations and true crime on YouTube.
It has.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So much so that people, for when JCS, kind of took a leave of absence, you could build into the algorithm so easily by just putting hashtag JCS. Then there was JCS Inspired. There was JCS. There were so many accounts that were just doing it just because you could build your channel so quickly just by having that in. That's how much of a legend JCS was. Absolutely.
Right. Yeah, that's awesome.
All right. Sorry, I got to jump, but I'm in Europe. It's 4 a.m. and I'm going to watch the end. It's tied up in this Colorado basketball game, so I want to watch the rest of this.
But wait a minute.
All righty, man. Have a good night.
Stay naked.
Tommy boy, why did you just DM me? There's only room for one big fat queer up here.
and with that,
well, Tommy boy's leaving, so.
I mean, I guess I'm a fat queer. I mean, I'm like 240 pounds, so.
Oh, I'm fatter.
But I'm only 5'7", so.
Oh,
you guys are JT and Kiss Me or whatever his name is. You guys are gonna have to sumo wrestle for it.
Oh well, he met up at the big gay convention in Chicago once, but we don't speak about it anymore.
Oh, right.
Yeah, I'm stealing a joke from the old Roseanne show.
I like it. It's I'm not all that gay, but I can respect it.
So, have you had some homosex lately?
Well,
not you.
Oh, okay, yeah, all right, sure, go ahead.
You there?
We're here.
No, we're waiting on you.
I was probably untoward.
It's cool, man. We all get nervous. All right, so what were we in the middle of? I already made I did my apology tour, which usually, was good for half an hour.
Well, my apology is, yes, once again, started with the screaming and all that. But I only came up to reveal that weird gun incident today. Nothing was really particularly going on. But then it started to be like, PH, I did this and all that. So I said my thing. I am personally disgusted with the whole community. That's obviously my personal problem going on. Like, I can't take it anymore. It irritates me, friend or foe. You know what I mean? Like, I'm having a crisis of the community, as in, it seems so, it's shameful in this community. And I'd rather talk about, what rock concert did you first go to and stuff like that. And I know that's not the subject. So it's my problem.
Yeah, I feel you, JT. There's been times where, there was a few times not that long ago when I'd be like, okay, guys, I don't talk about drama here. It's completely useless because it's all we have in common. We've got this is how we know each other. This is our common ground. It's the only thing that we can talk about together without being fucking awkward, So I kind of
except coffee, right?
Oh, dude, I love coffee.
But when as stringently important, to get this out compared to anybody else saying anything, like that guy being a big fat queer. Let's talk about that.
Well, I mean,
I am a big fat queer. I mean, what do you have to say about that?
No, I'm just hitting the tennis ball over. Therefore, it would be something else.
Rock the Casbah?
Yes, I'm rocking the Casbah. God damn you, how dare
It's Raining Men.
You know who wrote? Let's ask the big fat queer. You know who wrote It's Raining Men?
I do not.
No.
It was a damn. I suppose when I asked that, I should know. The guy, Letterman's musical director, the guy, the glasses guy, Paul Schaefer. He wrote.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
It made
I
him
didn't either.
an absolute fortune. You could have a solid gold toilet seat with that song.
Oh man, Jamie, don't get me started. No, I don't like cream in my coffee. I like if I was gay, I would like my coffee like I like my men, strong and black.
You like your moist? You like your coffee moist?
Sometimes. Sometimes I just take the instant stuff and just dump it in my mouth. That's not very moist, but it works.
Hey, Kazoom, right?
Yes, Kazoom.
Have you ever seen the docs of Bill's picture? It's not that it's great, but it's.
Have I ever seen the cock of who?
Well, yeah, I know you've seen a cock before, but maybe only an hour ago. But Bill's picture, it's not as terrible as you'd think.
I don't know what you're referring to, so I'm pathetic. So,
Bill,
that's probably the nicest thing anybody's ever said about my looks. Thank you,
Bill.
My name is Bill, by the way. Just that's what he's.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen a picture of you, so I don't know what he's referring to. So,
well, that's the problem. Okay, yeah. So I'm just saying, when I saw it, I was like, when Nunya sent it to me, I was shocked. I expected him to be a lot older and uglier. But
it was probably an old picture.
I mean,
which one did you see? The one with my hair down?
Oldie as yeah.
I
don't remember with the hair down, or I don't.
Yeah. Well, some of those pictures they send to me aren't really, but the one with my hair down and the sunglasses, that's the one that's actually me. A lot of those other ones aren't really me. I don't know why they think it is.
Somebody, the Hunchback wants me to ask you if you're top.
I'm a bottom, so whatever.
I started answering for you. It's like, no, he's at bottom. We're all bottom.
This is a new type of matchmaker here on PTS. I've hooked up with a few chicks out of my tab, but I've never had. You gentlemen can figure it out. I'm not going to intrude.
Welcome to Gay Hour, featuring FCC.
FCC's probably in a corner, frozen in fear right now.
I think that's what would happen to me if the community got together and bought me an escort and it knocked on the door right now. I would be. Well, I'd do it, but I'd be frozen.
A Ford Escort.
A Ford Escort. That would be nice too. Yeah.
That's somebody drop JT's Cash App, please. That's a worthy cause that I will back up. I don't want to look, but I'll back it up.
Mm-hmm. So you have some kind of show you do or something?
Who?
You big fat old queer.
I make YouTube videos.
Are you is Jim Can't Swim back now? Because I know they disappeared for a while. Are you still doing that?
And they haven't given me any new scripts, so I don't know what's going on. So
right on. But are you doing it elsewhere now? Do you have your own channel, or what's going on?
There are other channels that have gotten me to yeah, there is a possibility of other new channels, so I'll just say that. So
nice, that'd be cool. Yeah, I really liked how they picked apart the interviews and stuff like that, and
exactly, yeah,
it was cool. I don't know Like, did YouTube just start smashing them, or are you at liberty to say what happened?
There's a number of videos that YouTube has. How do I explain this? Like, it would have been more free if YouTube had went on one of the competing channels, and I'm getting holy shit. I'm drawing a blank right now, and there's a whole bunch of a competition to YouTube, and I can't remember any of them right now, so I'm sorry.
Right. No, I watched a lot of them, so I get it. I know what you're talking about. I know YouTube's weird. Like, I'm not even gonna. I've been eligible to monetize for a long time, but I'm not even gonna try because, like, they demonetize everything anyway, and then you got more eyes looking at you. Like, I like to say fuck a lot, and that's an automatic demonetization. So there's really no point in me trying.
Yeah, exactly.
My benefit is getting up here and pissing people off.
That can be fun, but it's not necessarily what YouTube wants. So,
right. Yeah, when you're, and they like, if you talk about a heavy subject, it doesn't matter how you word things. They're like, oh, we want to be, and they're just inconsistent as hell. So you don't really even know how to plan things.
Exactly. I agree completely.
So, what's the gayest thing you've done in the last 24 hours?
Which one of us are you talking to?
See, most guys wouldn't say that, Bill.
I know he's not talking to me.
I was going to say the gayest thing I've done was talk to FCC.
Well, yeah, that's pretty gay.
Yeah.
But let's see if Kazoom, did you listen to Liza at all, or Streisand?
I don't know what you're specifically referring to. So what am I supposed to be offended at?
No, it's just a joke. It's just.
All right.
It's just a joke. Did you listen to Liza Minnelli? I listen to Liza Minnelli and Streisand sometimes. Not all the time.
It's been a long time, so.
I think JT would go straight for Streisand, if I'm being honest.
I would fuck Jan A just to eat off of Streisand's plate. After it's in the trash and in the dumpster. Memories.
Memories.
Bad memories I want to forget. Where's my cocaine and my pills?
So here's one. Kazoom, would you? Okay, right now tonight you need to get ready and get out the door because you're going to see Streisand or you're going to see the Rolling Stones. Which will it be?
Rolling Stones for sure.
Oh yeah.
Without a hesitation, none of that. Rolling Stones for sure.
I've already seen them, but it was 40 years ago. So I would pick Streisand because it's so rare.
I would have to go with the Stones because I can't stand Streisand's music.
But I can picture sitting stoned at Streisand going like, oh my God, why am I not at the Rolling Stones? Oh, guys.
If I was at a Streisand concert, I'd be standing up screaming, show us your tits! What is she, about 80 now?
I want to appreciate this panel for helping me to feel young amongst all of you. But I would say Queen.
Oh, God. I could have seen him a couple of times. Too young, too stupid. Didn't want to spend $17. Oh, my God.
$17 to see Queen? Wow.
Yes. back in the day, it was like $15 with the regulars, and then if it was a big thing, it was $17. You know.
It depends on how much you're wanting to spend in that year. So,
But
Yeah, I mean,
Queen, that's a good point. Queen is like, it would have been mind blowing.
I would have loved to have seen Queen. I really like their music, but I do have to question something. I mean, Fat Bottom Girls, like, is that still a legitimate song since it was written by a gay guy? I don't know.
Or is it offensive? Oh dear, you can't fat shame me. They had like fat girls riding around on bicycles on the stage.
Oh God, here we go. What's up, Mitch?
Oh no.
oh no.
Who ordered the wet blanket?
Wet blanket, wet blanket. Don't forget to get Ryan up here.
Nope, there is no possibility of that happening. Mitch?
I don't see him. Oh, you mean he's just in type? Oh, there he is.
Hello.
Hi, Mitch. Mitch. Hi.
Hey, what's up, Kazoom? How do you
Hey,
pronounce it
not
again?
too much.
Is Kazoom your baby daddy, Mitch?
Well, I actually I came up to talk to Kazoom quick. Last time we were on a panel together, one of our dear friends, Damone, came up and he had mentioned how he was a big fan. He was actually fanboying pretty hard over your work. And Damone has since deleted all his content on his channel and gone missing, and we haven't heard from him. So if you could just keep him in your thoughts and prayers, I know it would mean a lot to him.
Is it because
I don't know anything about that, so I'm sorry.
Did he pull his dick out again? What happened?
I don't know. But we all hope that Damone comes home safe and sound.
Where did he go?
Well, Mitch was roboting pretty bad. I didn't kick him, by the way. Maybe he can try it again.
Ouch.
Yeah, Damone is a sad story that I don't think needs to be retold. It's you're not really missing anything, Kissimmee.
All right.
Yeah, it's just another sad internet love story gone wrong, and
pulled his dick out.
he whipped his dick out. But see, I whip my dick out all the time. It's not about if you whip your dick out or not. It's about how you do it. See, I whip my dick out a lot. I send a lot of dick pics, and like nobody ever complains, you know. But Damone just didn't do it right. You gotta have a good attitude about it, you know.
Well, every time I send them, I get this like return to sender thing on the email thing from you.
Oh, they're just playing hard to get. Send more.
Yeah, Damone.
Like when they say, "Ooh, stop texting me, you freak." They're just playing hard to get.
Damone has not been returning my phone calls either, so something's going on.
He's probably listening to jail phone calls.
Maybe we should do a wellness check on Damone and stream it on Southwest Jeff's panel.
Totally legit. It's perfectly normalized.
Danielle, what do you mean? I send you at least 3 a week, unless I'm sending them to the wrong number.
Oh, I'm being told not to call Kazoom a fat queer because it reaches 5 million people or something like that. You fat queer, good for you.
I think he's calling you a fat queer, JT.
No, he took it well. He, it's a little brusque, as in queer to queer, as in he doesn't know me. So, but he did it fine anyway. He passes. He passes the fat queer joking around test.
I guess it's a little like locker room queer humor that I don't get.
Oh, you're gonna get. Kazoom and I are flying your way right now. Yeah. You have a hot. He took it well.
That's what he said.
Now, see, Jay Silly does come up with one every now and then. Yes.
Yeah, JT, tell your other handlers just to relax. I got this.
He took it well.
What can you say about Kazoo? Well, he took it well.
I think we lost Kazoom's connection or something. It looks he's still up here, but like I don't know. Kazoom, if you can hear me, maybe try dropping out and coming back up. Or I would completely understand if you just dropped out and were never seen here again. I would get it. Wouldn't like it, but I would get it.
Let's blame it on FCC.
Oh, he said he'd be right back. Right on. I didn't see that part.
Maybe throw up a popper or a ball gag so we can see he's okay.
Oh, man.
Squirrel.
You know, I've never actually tried poppers. I've heard about them, but just never encountered any.
Don't do it. It's nasty. It's really stringent, awful. It's pool cleaner, and it's just, it gives you like a certain cracky type buzz for a few seconds. God, I hate having sex with somebody that's so into that, because then it's like every few seconds it has to be redone, and oh my God, there's nothing worse than the hangover of being drunk and doing poppers all night and fucking.
Is it as bad as ether?
It is. It's terrible. Do you remember?
Yeah,
amyl
ether
nitrate?
kind of sucks.
Like where you would take a bandana, spray this amyl nitrate on it, and then put it in your mouth, and next thing you're high as a kite for a little while, but only for a very short time. But
Well,
you know,
when you say anal on Bill's channel, his mind goes crazy. So you have to be careful with that.
I did kind
Squirrel.
I meant amyl.
Oh, amyl. Yeah,
When
it sounds like.
When I was a bondsman, I used to bond out huffers quite often, and these fuckers were so ate up. Like, I would have to have their girlfriends come in to give me their names and birthdays and shit, because they would not remember their own birthday. And for whatever reason, metallic paint like gets them higher, I guess. So like the whole lower half of their face would be fucking gold or silver. And sometimes I thought I was bailing out Rammstein, but it's it eats people up quick.
So Kizumi, what are you all about? What's your channel all about?
I go into political stuff, and if I make a new song, I'll put that up there. But I don't know. I guess political is the most that I've went into. I'm kind of all over the place there. So
Fair enough.
Right on. If somebody, you can't do it because you're not a mod, but if somebody has Kasumi's channel, you can throw it up in the chat, please. I definitely want to check it out. If somebody has it, like, that's the thing, when people throw stuff up in the chat, I can't check it now.
YouTube.kazam. You just put youtube.kazoom/kazoom. So.
Okay, right on. Thank you.
Where did you get Kazoom from anyway? That reminds me of the Harvey Korman character on the Flintstones.
It's a mispronunciation of music backwards, so.
Oh, nice. I was thinking kazoo. I was close then.
It's close, yes.
Well, would you like to argue with FCC about why that's wrong?
Section
No,
nice,
no, I would not like to argue about that. No.
Noise.
Right on. Well, Kazoom, I would like to apologize ahead of time because I probably just sent some real assholes your way. So, sorry about that.
Oh, no, all is well. All is good. So,
when did you turn gay? Yesterday at 4:30?
I don't know, 17 when I came out of the closet.
And who was the big star that you lusted after?
No, that's too assorted. So
Somebody asked me that last week or something, and I couldn't really think of one. And it's too late. It's not like truly like the first one, but I remember that that little Billy Joe Armstrong from Green Day. We were more or less the same age. He's a little younger, I would think, but also, I'm like in my 20s when that happened, so it's not exactly correct on the meaning.
Right on.
But man, he was. I never liked them, loved them, that band. I never bought a record or anything, but he was cute.
That's interesting. I thought, JT, you were more of like a Liberace man.
I think the first celebrity crush I had, and I'm not like, I don't follow pieces around celebrities now, but when I was a kid, man, fucking Wonder Woman, like that was like right when I was first starting to get Woodies and stuff and not knowing really why. Then I noticed, I'm like, every time I look at Wonder Woman, my little pee-pee gets hard. And now I know what it's about, but yeah, and then there was Farrah Fawcett.
Farrah Fawcett,
God.
yeah.
Yeah, it's
Scott Baio. Yeah.
Oh, I'd do him.
And by the way, FCC, Liberace is Lee to me.
The Lee of the Stone?
No, his name, you call him Lee.
Okay, fair enough.
What a fruit.
JT rubbed elbows with a lot of famous people. He's got dirt. I'm surprised they haven't taken him out yet because he's got dirt on half of Hollywood.
Oh, I've done half of Palm Springs too, and that's where that happened.
Did you work at that? I forget the name. Who wrote the book or even the name of it? A book I read a long time ago. This dude worked at a gas station, and like all these male and female Hollywood stars would go to this gas station to get hooked up with whatever they wanted.
Drinks with his met him too.
Really?
I haven't heard of that.
But I met him. I asked him to do it. He was bartending at a party, and it was like too old. It was too long ago for him. The fame he got from that, he wouldn't do it. But yeah, there was this gas station. All of the homos stars leave their wives and go down there and see what's, drink a bottle of pop and whatnot, and Lord knows what goes on in the back room. God, those were the days.
Who is the most like least gay celebrity that you ever blew, JT?
Least gay.
Least gay makes it really hard. Do you remember? I don't believe it or not. I could do a lot of this if I wanted to, but just suddenly comes to mind. And not least gay, but remember Mel from the Dick Van Dyke Show? Big buyer of boys. He was.
God damn, I don't remember that guy. That's
Oh, I remember that show, but
yeah, he was the nemesis. He was the boss. Like the director or something.
Dick Van Dyke.
I remember Dick Van Dyke Show. I don't remember Mel though.
Right, I remember Mel's Diner.
I thought you were going to say Mel from Mel's Diner too.
John Houseman. You wouldn't know him either.
Kizumi, you okay? You good?
I can tell you.
Yes, I'm good.
Okay. Just doing a wellness check, making sure you're okay.
Craig Chiquiso from the Jefferson Starship. I start sounding like Jeff, but except for that one was a couple of times. But other than that, it's blow and go. So it's not like I'm hanging out with the mayor of Albuquerque and Cher. You know what I mean?
Please tell me that Knight Rider wasn't gay. I mean, I don't mean the actors. I mean the actual car, because I've always suspected that car had like a Honda on the side. You know what I mean? I don't.
No, but that reminds me of something. I used to do quite a few times with a very well-paying producer of a hideous show called Airwolf with Jan
Oh yeah.
Michael Vincent, the drunken guy that would, everyone thought was so gorgeous. All of his shirtless pictures in his early career, and he drank himself to death. He was like homeless and died in Hollywood. But that producer was doing that show at the time. And like I brought a friend over once, and we had to do it on the living room floor so that the friend could go out and swim while we did it, so that he could be sure that the friend wasn't roaming the house. But there was a helicopter pad in the backyard, and that would be because they were doing a show about, with that heavily involved every episode.
Jenny wants to know if you ever blew Alfred Hitchcock.
If he had money, and he did, I would have. But anyway, the helicopter pad in the back, you just when you look out and see the expansive yard in Beverly Hills with the fucking helicopter pad, you're onto something here. And it's like, obviously, you know what I mean? Like they probably filmed one episode where that helicopter had to land in that backyard, and then he got the helicopter pad. Fucking taxes, people.
Interesting. Like I said, I'm surprised nobody's taken JT out yet.
Oh my god! So the thing, my big two things were these two Hollywood hairdressers of the stars, and I know another one. Sid Croft just died recently. Very, very nice man. Classy man. And you don't know who he is, but he was the producer of him and his brother.
Stigman and the Sea Monsters, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Sid and Marty Croft, the brothers, yes.
Exactly.
Yeah, Mitch, I realize that I am failing miserably. I get it.
I knew the guy that made his toupee. And the guy that did that was my, sugar daddy hairdresser thing. And it was getting late at night, and I'm out there in the, little lobby-ish area. You can still hear everything that's going on. And when Croft came out, he was like, almost like interviewing me. And he was producing a play called Fences at the time. And then when he left, my master-ish guy was all like, what in the fuck is the matter with you when you meet a guy like that? Because I was like I was stoned and just very dead. I'm never going to be like gum-chewing rude. Like, yeah, I'm good. You know what I mean? But I couldn't give. He scared me. You know what I mean? So I couldn't give anything. And he was really pissed. He could have ended. He was so interested in you. You could have ended up in something. And I know. I believe him. Believe me. I think about it to this day.
I still say you should write your own book, JT. I'm sure the Marshalls could help you out with that.
Yep.
Oh, come on. I'm way better than him.
Oh, no doubt. I'm just saying that, if it goes wrong, you got to have a ghostwriter, because if it goes wrong, you can blame everything on him, and then you just walk away, let it burn.
Well, I got things going on with all of the things I collected over the years in my travels, the documents and the photos. I'm doing kind of a booming lady. I gotta take Sam for that. In some ways, you know what I mean? Like opening some doors, like things are being sold. And remember, I was in a position to snatch a lot of things.
I think
it sounds like you've been in a lot of positions.
If you write a memoir, and if you decide to make a movie or a podcast or some kind of audiobook out of it, and you need like a crazy bitch voices, you might want to enlist Jilly Fisher. She might be able to help you with that.
Well, I could, I think I should have Tele as my secretary, because he knows what's at the end of this sentence, period.
Yeah, you need a guy like Telly on your side, because no matter how wrong he is, he will never admit to it. So you do kind of need a guy like that to shove out wrong.
Well,
yeah, he's a stone-faced liar. That's right.
My favorite hustling thing, though, was at the IHOP, right down from the heart of the whole hustling district, which, of course, is dead in the early morning, is that I got brought there by this guy. He was an actor. He was on a show called The Paper Chase. Fat, young guy. And I stayed with him many times. And he let me use his storage locker above where his car space was around the building. So I had breakfast with him. He's leaving. I'm like, all right, see you later. And I'm going to march down the boulevard, wait for shit to happen. And then another guy that I used to do it with pulls up at that exact minute, honks at me, and I'm like, hey. And I go in, sit at the same table, same waiter, and the waiter looks at me, and I'm like, are you going to, I'm just thinking, like, are you going to go, like, welcome back or something? But he didn't. And you could see him go back and giggle with all the other gay waiters. Like, look who's back. It was, to me, that was funny. That's the good times of hustling compared to, a lot of other shit that happens. You meet an FCC or something like that.
Oh, I would totally bet FCC has a male escort on speed dial. I would totally like it. Not in a gay way, but just in a stress relief kind of way.
Mm-hmm. Did I do it again? Me and my blathering nonstop, day in, day out. Did I lose that Kazoom or fall out from shit?
He's just writing everything down, I'm sure.
Well, I didn't mean to.
People in the chat are saying that you may have drugged Jason Casey and had your way with him. Can you respond to that?
You wouldn't have to drug him.
What's so wrong with that?
I mean, if it's mutual, it's fair game.
Well, the drugging wouldn't be.
Dude, I love it when people drug me, man. I fucking free drugs, hell yeah. And fucking, like, what's it called? Roofies? They don't fucking work. I took 2 of them tonight and I haven't gotten laid yet, but I digress.
Let me show you something.
Uh-oh. I should probably get the button ready, huh?
Is that the Purple Punisher? What is that?
I'm thinking we might be in for quite a treat.
I blame Jason Casey for this.
Oh, he crashed out on your bathroom handle?
No, it's the refrigerator handle.
Oh, Jesus.
It didn't break until like 2 days after he was here. But my hunch is that he was like holding on to it when he was digging out his beers and shit like that and weakened it to the point where I go to just use it and rip it off. God damn him. but I can't prove it.
My JT's screen is totally black for me. I can't see anything, and like the chat is like 5 minutes behind for me. I don't know what the hell's going on my end, but
I think JT should drop his Cash App.
Absolutely. That's worth a few bucks. And Kasumi is either like writing all this shit down or he's on the phone with his lawyers being like, hey, you gotta hear this shit, what they said to me, man.
No, because Kazumi is at his local Catholic church doing a fucking confession right now.
100 Hail Marys. I was watching it too.
Lord save me. I was on a panel with JT Colfax and pulling the strings in FCC. Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
There's no forgiveness for that. That's eternal damnation on the spot.
Bless me, Father, for I have sinned. Don't ask what I've done or where I've been. Time to swallow a bitter tear. Nothing means nothing to be sincere.
Virgin Ryan in the house.
Casey, why don't you come up here? I'll fuck you up. That means, yeah, I drink with him again, because if you call him out, he has to come. It's literally like ingrained in him.
Instead of the shaft, Kovacs got the handle.
You watch, some asshole will contact him and go, Kovacs is blaming you for wrecking his refrigerator.
So I have a question for you, JT. I've always tried to be an advocate of yours, and it seems like you have some kind of issue with me. So what are your specific issues with me?
It's the it's more that because you're on so much that you're the face of the need, and I know that can be thrown back at me. But remember, it was more like a year ago that I stopped doing it so much. And I could go for long periods of time without doing it and being on panels. And you go from panel to panel to panel. That's the thing. It's not you or what you say. It's the exhausting need. Same with you, JNA, even Sam, and Chalad, mostly. And I'll tell you, hey, but you know what I mean? It's this friend or foe. It's just the need, Ryan. Just the need. And though it could easily be said, well, there you are. You've been up there for 2 hours right now. But I don't do it like that, like you all do. And I did used to quite a bit, comparable. But
yeah.
It's
I get you. I understand that, and it's a struggle for sure. But let me explain to you how this happened. At least tonight, this is normally how it happens. I started out tonight. I was on a walk with my dog on the panel. I walked my dog for a mile, came home, had dinner, and now I'm in my hot tub. So I'm moving through different experiences while on the panel, right? I'm not like doing one thing. So I'm basically doing what I would normally do.
I get that, but do you not treat my appearance as if I am a yachting for 9 weeks straight, and dismiss my appearances and all that? You know what I mean?
I've never attacked you, JT.
I wish you would.
Oh man!
But no, you. There's like a thing where people hate that thing. There he goes again, like making me argue. As we did earlier, I don't come for that. I don't do that, and I avoid it. In fact, and you know what I mean. The same thing as like you cut me off at the last. I'm making a point, and then you cut me off with the last 3 words. And this has been a hallmark of many, many people. They do that, and then as if they had to butt in right when I'm making the point, and they use it to make me sound like the blowhard.
What are you talking about?
Good one. Pancakes.
What's the story about the pancakes? I'm lost.
I don't know. I just see the word pancakes in there. Probably some neat. JT only comes for.
Yeah, you see that comment?
Sam is a demanding llama. I'd much rather be FC. Yeah, sure.
Fuck's sake. I'm having some massive testicle. God damn it. Technical. Why did I say testicle issues?
Bill, do you ever masturbate out there in the fields?
However, what?
You masturbate out there in the fields, like where the cat is? Cats are.
Oh, constantly, man. There's lots of wide open space out here. I don't have to worry about getting it on anything.
You know, one time I drove a corpse to Mexico, and I did that many times, but one time I drove a corpse to Mexico, and I was in the fast, sleekest hearse that we had. Not like the most expensive, good-looking one, just a real workhorse of an old hearse. And I was going like 120 miles an hour. And I did yank off from between Nuevo Laredo up to San Antonio. And then I got, you know, those like signs that say, you know, speed controlled by aircraft. I got a fucking huge ticket for that later.
You think they would give you a break for hauling a dead guy? You know what I mean?
Well, no, I didn't have one, but I dropped it off. But you'd think they could look down and see, like, I was also yanking, so I was distracted. You know, come on, take a couple of points off that ticket.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of... Yeah, you didn't have a cop right there. But yeah, like when they pull you over for that and like there's jizz all over your dashboard, it's kind of hard to deny it.
Yes.
I usually just admit it right away. Even if I wasn't beating off, I just say I was beating off, and they usually are like, okay, and they walk back to their car, and I get out of the ticket.
Yeah.
They don't want nothing to do with that.
Like, look, obviously it's all over. I will be more careful for the rest of the stretch. You know, no problem.
I think there's a pretty good seat in Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas on how to handle it when the cops are trying to pull you over.
It's the only time I've ever done. I don't know what. Maybe I bought some in Mexico. I don't know. I never did that before, ever before or since. I think it cost me like $160.
Well, I've never actually jerked off while driving, but I've gotten plenty of roadhead. That's kind of dangerous because you definitely want to use the cruise control. I can tell you that much.
Roadhead is actually very dangerous.
Oh yeah.
I don't like car sex even part. I don't like it. It's too uncomfortable. Well, here's another story. If we can stand it. I did several times go up by the Hollywood sign with this very, very elderly. He was nice as could be, just elderly as fuck. I mean, like pushing 90, and he would just make, you know, have my dick out and stuff, and he would touch it, but we would just make out, and he would jack off into a fucking handkerchief. Of course, as an old man like that, and his cum was all yellow, and it was. But you know what I mean? Like when you're working that way, to just make out with this old guy is, you know, and it's all trustable and not scary, and you know, it's so much better than what you could be doing, you know, or walking the boulevard or being hungry or something like that. You know, it was just bizarre, you know. I mean, and it's like right under the Hollywood sign.
Well, at least he was a gentleman about it.
He wasn't. I should have sued and clawed at him more. I don't know if I ever knew. I'm sure he would have probably been like, my name is Bill, you know, type of. I'm sure I knew his name, but I should have clawed and gotten in that fucking will. Then I could live.
There you go.
I could live next door to FCC right now. My hot tub is bigger. You're right, though. I really should compile. Oh, wait, did he leave too?
He probably slipped under the water in his fucking hot tub for bragging about it. That's what God does.
He's typing that he almost drove off the boat roadhead.
All right, y'all. I really feel like I'm losing it up here. I cannot compete with what I've just been through.
Feel like you've been there. Do you want to sleep?
Say what?
Let's sleep in Griffith Park.
Oh, I'm having some God damn it, I did it again. Technical issues. I'm having a hard time hearing anything. My cat's way behind, and I could probably bitch about a dozen other things because the ladies haven't flirted with me nearly enough tonight. And I really needed it right now because I was starting to think the gay thing doesn't sound so bad. You know.
So yeah. Well, I'm only good story. All kinds of terrible, fights, smashing out windows, all kinds of other shit was more the norm. Not the norm, but anyway, there's plenty of it. I hate to think that I wrecked and drove everybody away.
Oh no, you didn't. You livened it up a little bit as you always do. I don't understand. You know what I mean? Yeah, sir. Sometimes there's a point where I just want to tell you to shut the fuck up. But for the most part, if people just would pay attention to what you're actually saying, it makes a lot of sense. They just don't get it.
Yeah, and I'll just make that one point again. That often my whole point is like 6 sentences, and right in the middle of the last sentence, somebody goes blah, 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 and wrecks it, and therefore they also portray me as the blowhard when they are cutting in on the very finishing touch of what I was going to say. And that happens all the time.
Yeah, it's aggravating. I get it. Happens to me too.
And in other news, as I was saying, like it's just like a change. Like I'm 14 and starting to take showers a lot. As in, like I can't take this anymore. This is awful. This whole community. This is awful. Is all I'm saying. And some idiot could clip like, "What are you leaving?" Or no, it's just this is awful. This is just awful. This pick at any little thing. Say FC, PHI. Oh, they lied the other day or something. It's like, yeah, of course they did, and they screamed and lied. And same thing.
Yeah, it is. It's the same shit over and over again.
And I can't keep up with it, and I can't stand it anymore. And I totally, Tommy Boy could, ring my bell and tell me, PHI just burned the barn down out of bitterness. I would believe it. It's just that everyone, Kelly used to do that to me. Was like, "What are you doing up on importance? I'm doing this," about John Davis or something like that. It's like, I've done plenty more than you know. And same thing on the other issue. I fucking launched 2 fucking TV things, and those would never have happened without me.
Damn right.
So I did, and I'm not necessarily done.
Right on. All right. It sounds like LB is going to give you guys a place to go and hang out.
But I'm done with the general sense. You know what I mean? Like, with that feather, it's all over. You know what I mean? Like, he's in massive stress and facing all kinds of things. And so there's that. And his hard head keep making those things happen. But that was by the being so big and making so much money, there was that. But the rest of this shit is just community, blah, 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 and it's all over. Don't you see? It's like all over. We need to find like start a new channel rather than like more channels like ANTF and all that. Like now we're supposed to go there or to clowns or to tellies. Fuck no. I don't even
Nah, fuck both of them. Let's go to LB's.
Yeah, like
I think I'm
know how to look up his. You can't just punch in telly and find it. I don't know. Somebody guided it once, and I didn't or what. But it's also terrible. Like look at Telly with his nonstop. The LBs the other day. It's like ridiculous. It's so womanly and girlish, awful, gossipy, tapsy. It's terrible, and I understand that it's perhaps a change in me that isn't quite caught with the rest. No, the rest of the people went away, and then others.
Yeah, you're right. A lot of good people left. People don't want to accept that, but I mean, a year ago there would have been maybe close to 300 people in here or earlier, but like you just don't see those numbers anymore. At least 200. But all right, I do appreciate you for letting me take my frustrations out on you, and Mr. Colfax. I certainly appreciate you coming up.
That's all. And that end bit. You know what I mean? Like I'm dead about it. Like I can't literally take it anymore. And when I hear talking about the importance of portraying this or following that, it's just like, and then others reinforce like, and even Cat Eyes at FCC, Cat Eyes, I love her, but you know what I mean? She's like, it's important because of this and that. It's like, no, it's really all just a bunch of juvenile garbage at this point. It's garbage.
It is. This has nothing to do with the Project Catcher community. It's all about who can talk the most shit about another person, who can dox the hardest. That's it. This has nothing to do with saving kids. And I wish people would stop pretending like it does. And with that, Mr. Colfax, I thank you for coming up. And Kazoom, if you're listening still, you're welcome back anytime. I really enjoyed meeting you. FCC, of course, and Tommy Boy, and who else was up here? Well, I didn't necessarily appreciate everybody that came up here tonight, but yeah, somebody throw LB's link up here real quick, just in case somebody doesn't have it, and then I'm gonna hang this up.
Ronnie,
JG, I'll give you the last word though.
Ronnie never goes on panels, but they're heavily in type here, and I feel like you and I should make the case that Ronnie committed insurance fraud about 8 years ago. No reason, no proof. Let's just do it.
I was going to, but she already paid me not to do that.
Fucking bitch. Always one step ahead.
All right, LB's got us set up, but you guys have her link right there. What's up, OTR? I saw you sneaking in here at the last minute.
Is she drunker than me?
I doubt it. I don't think any. No. In fact, I'm pretty sure that it's not possible to be drunker than you because most people pass out at some point.
That's what Jason Casey found.
Is he as much of a bitch in person as he is on the internet?
Oh, you don't like him? He's just a guy, just a normal guy. Normie. Somebody texted me like he's a normie. Yeah. I think
right on.
The fencing, he says it himself. I think it's more of just like a guy that, like, literally, is the even guy at the party, like, no, don't fight, that type of guy. I don't think it's. So when it fits in this community, it looks like fence sitting, where he's just even keeled, I would say.
Right on, man. All right, I'm gonna let you go, dude. But I do appreciate you coming up. I gotta be hardcore about this at some point, or we'll be up here all night. Just tell everybody to stay naked, and I'll let you go.
Okay, please reserve some space next time for FCC.
We'll do. He has a standing invitation.
All right, see ya.
Later. It's kind of like ripping off a Band-Aid. You just have to do it sometimes. Good night, Jeff. Take it easy. Thank you for showing up. I hope this was a little bit better than the last one. All right, LB, go sit up. Go to set up yours. Don't be talking in here. I'm gonna have to call you out for talking in class. You probably are. Sam's quit. You're kind of an asshole. I don't blame people for blocking you. The only reason I haven't blocked you is because I have to leave somebody in here that's a bigger asshole than me. You know. All right, y'all. Stay naked. Oh, and girls, send booby pics.